oh boy, it's that time of the day again. Why, hello there everyone, P-69, as you can see, I'm back at it once more with Sonic Mania. Oh boy, well, yes indeed, here we go again. Really, I'm just waiting for the title screen to really just boot up. It's really just a tradition at this point, but anyways, we're back. As previously mentioned, last time we beat Mania mode as Sonic and Tails, the classic duo if I do say so myself, and today is going to be no different. As previously mentioned, today we're going to be doing the same thing, but except as our boy, everyone's favorite character, Knuckles the Echidna. Why, yes indeed. But before we get right into that, I'm going to make sure to do two things before I start. One moment, please. I'm officially stoppable now. Anyways. And as always, here's the best part of the entire campaign, which, by the way, if you're wondering how to access these options, you have to access them through playing Blue Spheres, which you can then use to earn tokens, in a specific way which I'll get into right later, don't you worry. But just like that, we're turning on the best game mode, we're activating, or we're enabling the best feature in the entire game with the Knuckles mode. Oh boy. You have to love the nice little details. But anyways, without further ado, I'll explain all that in a second. I'll answer your questions, but without further ado, let's start these State Fellas Knuckles the Echidna. Oh goody, time for a Knuckle sandwich. Here we go. I can't believe I just said that. There he is. Oh no. Guess we really just decided to chill after the events of this campaign in Sonic 3. Oh no. Oh, rest in peace, Knuckles. You shall be missed. He really is just getting the worst of this adventure. Rest in peace. And beautiful. We got teleported back to Green Hill. My favorite. Oh boy. Here we go again. One other boy, Knuckles the Echidna, as we are back at it once more. And before you start asking me to start talking about lore, don't worry. I'll answer all your questions in a hot minute here. I'm gonna give a minute for you all just to enjoy the beauty of this game's look. And right off the bat, we've already accessed the spiral stage. In we go, shall we? Oh boy, hope you like Sonic Arcus. Here we go. Gotta play our good old game of Catch the UFO. But anyways, back to lore. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, back to character. So basically, as previously mentioned, the events of Sonic Mania take place right after the events of Sonic 3, and Knuckles for that matter too. Where basically, Dr. Robotnik sends a leak, or detects a high energy source coming from Angel Island, and then sends a group, and therefore sends a group of egg robots to therefore finds that energy source. Which then eventually do end up executing the area and end up beating Sonic to the job, since Sonic apparently also detected the area from the tornado, and since he apparently also detected the energy from the tornado, and basically, I guess he really just got off track because he had to go save Knuckles, apparently. But that's just a theory, since it might have just happened around the same time as the Knuckles campaign. But anyways, yes, hello to you too, Godnix, and hello to you too, Viper. I'm glad to have you guys all here. You might as well just completely write the stream already. Thank you. You have officially made my day, and I'm happy. We got a Chaos Emerald. Whoop-de-doo. Is that a good start? Beautiful. That is one out of the 7 emeralds we have to collect as our boy Knuckles the Echidna, and we are back in Green Hill once more. Oh boy, beautiful. I gotta love this guy. Anyways, back to the good old age of exploration, since the spell stages work exactly as they did last time in Sonic 3, and with the Sonic campaign for that matter. And as most of you already noticed, Knuckles also has different movesets, since he controls a bit differently than Sonic. Since for one, he can glide. That's in other words, his signature move. And for two, he can also climb too. Well, he can't climb everywhere. He can't climb the majority of them. And then obviously the third one, which is somewhat of a disadvantage, he can't jump that high. Boy, is that going to be essential, but it's fine. Again, what would a platform be without jumping? So we're already off to a fantastic start, if I do say so myself, and I think we just missed an emerald. Fantastic. I'm gonna just go backtrack to get that if you guys don't mind. Beautiful. We're off to a great start already. Oh boy, beautiful. Anyways, any day now if I can ever get up there, which I probably won't. Fantastic, as usual. Whatever else, can get that. Beautiful. Convenience has shown its face once more. Now I just gotta hope I'm going the right way to actually find the emerald, since yet again you have to find the giant rings, and then you gotta go play a good old game of Catch the UFO to then grab the emerald. There you have it. There's the God of Day. Beautiful. Anyways, that convenience out of the way, on to the next spell stage, which conveniently is right where we started in, since, fun fact, Knuckles has one exclusive ring. since we are obviously playing as our boy the Echidna over here, or a sandwich boy over here, his moveset also means he has different pass attack that are exclusive to him, which you gotta love. The cute details, if I do say so myself. It's even a callback to this campaign in Sonic 3. Pretty cool, since he also has one exclusive giant ring to collect, so you definitely want to be on the lookout for that. Which means that you're most likely to get more emeralds by the time you get later on in the game, which you gotta love. You might as well just destroy the game entirely while you're at it, if I do say so myself. But anyway, on to the next battle stage. Back to playing good old Sonic R, if I do say so myself, ladies and gentlemen. And there it is. We're about 2 centimeters behind the UFO, and we nearly missed it. Beautiful. First try. No one saw that. Beautiful. 10 out of 10, and I didn't even make a practice run to top it all off. This is already gonna go so well. Fantastic. But anyway, 2 emeralds. Beautiful. That makes 2 out of the question. Only 5 more remain, ladies and gentlemen. Back to Green Hill Act 1. What did I tell you? All part of my master plan. This is all going perfectly accordingly. Thank you. Anyways, we have to returning back to the source since there's conveniently another giant ring here, which you know what that means. Back to good old Sonic R we go. Please don't kill me. Anyways, lied. You might as well break the game already. And to be fair, this is a pretty satisfying ability to use. Hence the name. It is Knuckles' signature move for a reason or two. So here we go. 3rd battle stage of the run. Beautiful. Already do I feel like I'm slowly turning this into a speed run. Fantastic. And if I do say so myself. But anyway, going back to the lore, after the egg robots excavate the Phantom Ruby, that's where the energy source is coming from. Another gem that pretty much just grants the ability to teleport anywhere you wish, or anywhere desired. The Phantom Ruby then just gives out an effect and eventually turns those egg robots into the hardboiled heavies, giving them new powers and abilities conveniently, which just so happen to be the antagonist of one of the main antagonists of the plot. There you have it. More convenience and another plot device, as always. Wouldn't be a story without convenience, so there you have it. And Dr. Robotnik also makes a comeback here, and after that, the Ruby pretty much just ends up teleporting Knuckles after a good old smack to the face of Green Hill Zone. Boy, is that convenient. You can't have a Sonic game without Green Hill as the first zone, so there you have it. Originality. Thank you. So to be fair, Sonic Mania is pretty much a game just composed of a lot of recycled ideas and a lot of reused assets from old Sonic games, or the classic Sonic games, quote-unquote, to put it that way. You gotta love, since fun fact, this game was actually designed by Sega's fans. None other than Sega's fans, fun fact. Which, boy, was a pretty good decision, considering the fact that this game came out during the modern era of Sonic, where it was rare to see a game as good as this. Pretty cool, but anyways, back to playing good old Sonic R, where you have to catch the UFO, and conveniently, on your way, you have to grab as many blue squares as possible to build up 3 matches of speed to eventually then build supersonic speed and then catch the UFO. Easier done than said, if I do say so myself, though also do be sure you're collecting rings, since they act as a timer, and if you run out of rings, then the spell stage concludes and you won't get your precious emeralds, so do be on the lookout for that. You definitely don't want to mess up, or else you have to find another giant ring, since you can't retry spell stages in this game for obvious reasons. Again, convenience. Beautiful. Anyways, first mini-boss, we did all this thing from earlier. Beautiful. And to be fair, the Knuckles campaign in Mania takes place during the events of the main story of Sonic, so there you have that. More plot convenience. Anyways. This guy's just about dead right about now. I believe we only have one more hit, and then convenience is ours. Convenience will turn our side. Will turn in our favor. There it is. What did I tell you? And there it is. That is Act 1, ladies and gentlemen, as the sign yet again concludes in a Sonic 3 style format. Beautiful. Thank you. Gotta love the top-notch animations. Beautiful. Since this game would technically be considered 32 bits, quote-unquote, but anyways. Green Hill Act 2. As previously mentioned, this game pretty much just follows the Sonic 3 format of the level design. Where in the first act you pretty much just play the level normally, and then you pretty much get to fight a mini-boss, and then that mini-boss will drop a sign which you can bounce around. It's pretty cool, since if you get it to land in a specific spot or two, you will be rewarded with a monitors that can range from that can either give you extra lives, or even other shield abilities. So gotta love that. Anyways, I already missed my jump. Beautiful. Welcome to Knuckles the Echidna, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful. Remember when I said I couldn't jump aside? There you have it. Convenience strikes back. One disadvantage means death, as always. But anyways, here we go. Or one weakness, I could say. Beautiful. Anyways, back to playing good old Sonic R as we found yet again on our 4th Giant Ring. Convenience strikes back if I do say so myself, ladies and gentlemen. But anyways, back to grabbing some more good old blue spheres since they act towards our benefit. Conveniently, so there you have it. Also explains why you also definitely wanted to grab the blue spheres in the blue sphere minigame. Convenience, am I right? But anyways, here we go. Just about every old Sonic aspect is just returning in this game. You gotta love that. So definitely a masterpiece, and I do recommend picking up this game whenever possible. But anyways, once you do end up building enough speed, I recommend cutting whenever possible, since it does speed up the spell stages significantly, and you will catch the UFO a lot quicker. And as always, be sure not to hit any obstacles, because if you do hit them, you'll not only slow down and lose a bit of speed, but you'll also lose range, so that will affect the timer, and you definitely don't want that. But anyways, there it is, Supersonic Speed, and we're Supersonic Racing already. Play the theme. Please don't kill me. Anyways, almost there. And just like that, convenience strikes back, and that is our 4th Emerald, ladies and gentlemen. Only 3 remain with 4 out of the question if I do say so myself. Boy, is that convenience. Anyways, with 4 emeralds in hand, you know what that means. Obviously, 3 more giant rings. Beautiful. Anyways, back to Green Hill Zone. My favorite. Beautiful. Anyways, thank you. There it is. Collision, am I right? Anyways. We have to go up, since I'm not gonna bother going. Actually, we could go down, never mind. There's another giant ring over here, if I recall correctly. Going this way, apparently. Beautiful. Any day now. Nice. It's pretty easy. We went the other way, and we missed a giant ring. We intentionally missed a giant ring, which it's fine. It was already going perfectly according to plan, so this is fine. And just like that, what did I tell you? All part of Master Plan, and just like that, another giant ring has been discovered. Beautiful. That is another thing checked off the good old age of exploration in Sonic Mania, if I do say so myself, ladies and gentlemen. But anyways, back to grabbing rings. When it comes to most of these spell stages alone, I honestly recommend you grab as many rings as possible early in the game. That way you don't have to go out of your way to grab them. It just makes a lot of these stages a lot easier, and it will significantly speed up the pacing too, since for the most part you only have to go out of your way to grab the blue spheres and not the rings themselves, so do keep that in mind. You won't regret it, don't ask how I know. Anyways, gotta love the combo, beautiful. What did I tell you? All perfectly part of my master plan. And I intentionally bounce up here since obviously we want rings, since they act as an essential light source in the spell stages. But anyways, back to chasing good old UFO, and boys, is the background really giving a lot of emphasis on lore right now. Beautiful. Just in case if you thought the Kirby lore was fun. Anyways, but I guess that only goes for the quote-unquote classic Sonic games, so here you go. Actually, that technically could apply with the series, with the entire franchise alone, since the games are related in a way. Anyways, back to good old Catch the UFO and playing Sonic R. Beautiful. This way, I just gotta hope I actually go the right way. That way, I actually have a good chance of catching UFO, which I almost missed, unsurprisingly. Beautiful. Anyways, any day now. Back to building Supersonic Speed. Thank you. That is more than appreciated. I mean, and I do hear you. I could technically bounce off the bumpers that way to build up more speed, and then to just instantly end the spell stage within seconds. That way I catch you up earlier, but that wouldn't be that much fun, now would it? Besides, I'm not too familiar with the trick either, so please forgive me. But for once doing something the intended way, I'm for once proud of myself. Thank you. Anyways, any day now, please. Thank you. And do keep in mind, you only want to build 3 matches of speed. If you end up getting more blue spheres to build up another match, it'll only give you a bonus and it won't affect your speed at all, so do keep that in mind. That way you don't have to go out of your way to grab some more blue spheres that aren't really necessary. I mean, you could go ahead and do that if you want to grind lives, but it is not recommended. You won't regret it, trust me. Don't ask how I know. Anyways, go. Since as most of you already know, match 3 is the maximum speed that you can build up in spell stages. But just like that, with 19 seconds to spare, another Chaos Emerald, I have no idea what I was about to say, blue sphere is ours. And that's the Control Emerald for that matter, or the White Emerald, which supposedly controls all the emeralds. Boy, is that convenient. Nice. Timing couldn't be any better, and just like that, we already got an extra life. Boy, oh boy, here we go again. Act 2, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways. Oh, beautiful, and I accidentally, for whatever reason, pressed the debug mode option. No one saw that. Anyways. Even though I thought I clearly disabled it, and whatever reason, the end Knuckles mode didn't enable, which was pretty weird, since I do recall turning that thing on, but anyways. That's just for the game itself. For once, we can't play as Knuckles, which is, we can't have another Knuckles following us, which is sad. Please forgive me. But anyways, oh boy, here we go. I guess the settings didn't, I guess the options didn't save my, I guess the settings didn't really just save what I just did. Anyways. That motorbike's not gonna get out of the way, so back to gliding we go. Oh boy. Dude, just like that, what did I tell you? All perfectly part of my master plan, and just like that, another giant ring in hand. Thank you. Which means another emerald. Why, yes indeed. Oh boy, the 6th emerald. I believe this is the 6th spell stage. Beautiful. Anyways, back to grabbing rings. I'm intentionally gonna save this later and decide I don't want to waste time, so here we go. Oh boy. Convenience strikes back once more as always. Thank you. And I'm also saving that one monitor for later. That's what that's supposed to be. Yet again, this is technically a quote-unquote, since this would be considered a 3D spell stage, so there you have it. A true 3D spell stage for that matter. It's also pretty awesome to tell Kid by the grad, since again, you could say this is quote-unquote 32-bit, so there you have it. Please don't kill me, I'll never get tired of saying that. Anyways, back to grabbing good old blue spears, thank you. Ooh, combo, thank you. And while you're at it, just be cautious not to fall off, since if you fall off, then you will lose the spell stage, and you definitely don't want that to happen, now do you? But do be cautious. I really only recommend cutting corners whenever there aren't a lot of bumpers, and whenever there's a lot of road ahead of you. Just a tip, and do be sure to keep that in mind. You definitely won't regret it, and don't ask how I know. I've fallen off at least the spell stages at least twice now, and it's embarrassing. You definitely don't want to know how that feels. Anyways, pretty much cut up to the UFO by now, and just like that, that is a sign emerald, ladies and gentlemen. Why, thank you very much. We're unlocking Super Knuckles this early on, since we might as well break the game. I still want my other Knuckles, which the game refused to give me for whatever reason. Probably because I didn't press start, but oh well. That's the story for another time, I guess, unfortunately. But I guess for when we are playing the game the inside of it, and just like that, would you look at that? There it is, the Death Egg robot's making a comeback here. Beautiful. For this boss, I just recommend staying underneath them, and then you'll kill them in less than 10 seconds or so. This boss goes down relatively quickly, just like that, in case you didn't believe me. Anyways, why yes, the patient game, my favorite. And just like that, that is another capsule created and a lot more flickies out of the way. Why, thank you very much. And for those of you wondering how I accidentally enabled debug mode earlier, it's simple. First of all, you have to unlock that feature, and the way you unlock the feature revolves around collecting at least more than 25 rings, and then pressing a start pose or a checkpoint, and then jumping in the floor that supposedly activates. Somewhat of a throwback to Sonic 2 and Sonic 3, since if you do enter that portal, it'll take you to a spell stage, which is none other than blue spears. Then from there, you know the rest. Grab the blue spears and grab a decent amount, and get a perfect on blue spears, or grab all the blue spears, whichever you prefer, and then congratulations, you unlock them. Since you don't need to grab all the rings in the blue spear to get the token. The game's only gonna check for just the amount of tokens you have overall, so don't worry, you're fine. But anyways, one more cutscene out of the way with the hard-boiled heavies, and just like that, we're in Chemical Band, another zone that originated in Sonic 2, speaking of which. But anyways, here we go. Thank you. Not to mention how we conveniently just beat Sonic 2 as Knuckles not too long ago. About a week or so ago, to be exact, but just like that, on to the final special stage. Oh boy, catch the UFO, thank you. Back to Sonic R we go. Please don't kill me. Anyways, any day now, back to Super Sonic Racing. You know the rest. Well, say again, the music is as memorable as always. You have to appreciate the pretty decent soundtrack. Unforgettable one, if I do say so myself, since Mania again does feature a decent amount of remakes to fit the setting of each zone, so they are definitely worth a listen. You won't regret that decision. Trust me, don't ask why I know. All the rest. But anyways, here we go. Fantastic. Again, back to just bouncing off monitors and just comboing off enemies, since that is one of the most satisfying things to pull up to do in Sonic Mania. We'll say the spell stages are pretty decently made here. In my opinion, my favorite spell stages in the entire series. Again, few more moments of cutting corners and treating this like Mario Kart 64, and just like that is all the emeralds this early on, ladies and gentlemen. There we have it. We can officially destroy Sonic Mania this early on with our boy Super Knuckles, and just like that, there it is. The Master Sandwich. Anyways, reset the level for the sake of obvious reasons, since I don't feel like dealing with platforms right now. Thank you. And for those of you who ended up failing the spell stage, well, it's simple. And are also looking for more giant rings to jump into to then access another spell stage. I recommend restarting Chemical Plant, and then just starting from square one, and then taking the top path. Trust me, it all makes sense later. Don't ask how I know. Anyways, any day now, a few more moments of convenience. Thank you. And for those of you wondering what happens if you do end up touching a giant ring with all the emeralds in hand, well, it's simple. You'll be rewarded with a decent amount of 50, with a good old 50 rings, just like that. Since technically the giant rings are equivalent to 50 rings, since, again, hence the name. So there you have it, beautiful, and I went the wrong way. Thank you. Wouldn't be a Pokemon 560 without it, so there you have it. Convenience yet again strikes back once more, ladies and gentlemen. Why, thank you very much. Anyway, just bounce off here and you'll find the next giant ring. That easy. And man, you're almost guaranteed to find a giant ring within every 10 steps you take. Just like that, it's that easy. And just like that, Slovication, my favorite, thank you. Boy oh boy, this is already a fantastic start, and just like that, we're back to square one, thank you. It's just like I said before, every feature is just making an appearance here, even my good old friend Slovication, since this wouldn't be a Sonic video without it. So, there you have it, originality. Thank you. You have to have every little aspect to stand out, if you know what I mean. Thank you. Double nice. You even got the combo. Thank you. But do beware that the giant rings will despawn if you already do end up running into them. So do be careful, since you don't need to. So do keep that in mind, since you won't be able to reach 5 12 stages unless you obviously just delete a save file and then just start a new one from square one, or if you pretty much just already beat the game, and then from there just reselect the level and then come back to it. That easy, but anyways, here we go. Either way, the spell stages in Mania aren't that difficult either. They're actually pretty simplistic. But anyways, back to the long climb. Fun fact, if you keep going down, you'll find another spell string, but I'm not going to go for that for obvious reasons. I don't want to risk suffocating, or drowning in other words. So yet again, this is the long climb from Sonic 2, again. Every little aspect is just making a comeback here. Just like that, or what did I tell you? This is exactly why I didn't go for the giant rings, since I was about to. I would have drowned. Oh no. Thank you. Ooh, double nice, I even fell back down. Beautiful. 10 out of 10. This is so efficient. Anyways. Gliding. We destroyed the game right now. Congratulations. Within the press of a button. Beautiful, and I nearly jumped off thanks to the platform. Thank you. Anyways, back to blasting away through loops, and I'm pretty sure I just went the other way, but it's fine. Half the time you do wanna avoid the spring stuff. Do keep that in mind, especially when it comes to finding the spell stages. Since again, exploration is the thing in this, hence the name. But anyways. We pretty much reached the main boss. I know I'm not gonna access the blue pyramid again for obvious reasons, since for the sake of everyone, I don't want to see it'll be 20-hour song, but just like that, we conveniently have more than 50 rings, but you know what that means? It's time to break the game as Super Knuckles. Beautiful. Thank you. Rest in peace. And that only took about 10 seconds or less. But just like that, that is the mini boss out of the way, ladies and gentlemen. Why, thank you very much. Nice. Just like that. Thank you. That is Act 1 if I do say so myself. Anyways, on Act 2, as we already got enough power by yet again bouncing the sign conveniently located in a specific area. That's a previously mentioned. Anyways, Act 2. Again, I would say Sonic Mania mostly does, in my opinion, the best job when it comes to the spell seeds, since it gives you a decent amount of opportunities to actually grab the emeralds, and the spell seeds are pretty fun too. Again, every little feature, you do have to love that. Anyways, yes, platforming. And it's also probably worth mentioning that Knuckles also has a larger hitbox in Sonic, so it's therefore a lot easier to get hit. So, do beware, since that is yet again another disadvantage, and another thing that's almost guaranteed to kill you, especially when it comes to Suffocation City, so there you have it. Going this way, for obvious reasons. You'll find out later. Saying conveniently, there's a giant ring over here, so might as well show that off if we can actually get to it. Nice. Just like that, what did I tell you? Again, Knuckles can't jump high. And that has nearly cost me the run already. Fantastic. But right not, since if you can't reach that jump, you can always just bounce off the wall there. Again, convenience, am I right? Anyways, we're almost there. Going this way now. Beautiful. Say again, you gotta love the graphics. They're more than ever before appreciated. Again, quote-unquote 32-bit. Anyways. With more unnecessary commentary out of the way, back to speeding through zones. Oh boy, oh boy. And just like that, convenience strikes back, and that is another giant ring, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Nice. Anyways, so things looks like we want to go this way. Fantastic. Nice. Again, you also gotta love the level design, since in fact, say again, Sonic Mania pretty much just remastered the concept of the level design from previous games, and pretty much yet again just mastered it. It's in the name of remaster after all, so there you have it. Convenience. And there it is. Just goes to show grammar. Anyways. Here we go. Beautiful. Nice. Conveniently, this platform even bends down just slightly, that way you can reach it as Knuckles. Boy, is this game nicer than ever before. Thank you. Anyways. You were Sonic, you would have to wait for those platforms, but since we're good old boys, Knuckles here, you just say that, you could just climb the walls, and you'll get the giant ring. Easier done than said, if I do say so myself. But anyways, let's go pay the good old doctor a visit to me, shall we? Anyways, pretty much reached the end of the act by now. And speaking of Dr. Robotnik, there he is. And this couldn't be and its time couldn't be any better, since we're conveniently in Chemical Planet, just like that, he's challenged us to a game of Puyo Puyo, or his very own game, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Again, another callback to a classic quote-unquote Sonic game. We'll say it's a pretty sweet one too. It works a bit like Tetris in a way. Pretty neat if I do say so myself, but anyways. I'm just gonna slightly lower my commentary a bit just for the sake of actually concentrating. But just like that, he got a combo. Beautiful. The timing couldn't be any better. Anyways, doing so well too. Nice. Thank you. Do want to get rid of this for obvious reasons, but anyways, just like that. What did I tell you? All going perfectly accordingly. Don't worry about it. Nice. What did I tell you? Anyways, any day now. Thank you. Nice. Ooh, double nice combo. Nice. Any day now. Beautiful. And I just about messed that up. Fantastic. This is going so well. Beautiful. One of the longer things of Mean I've had in a while too. But I guess you could just say it, not on commentary, but it's fine. This is a commentary and a playthrough after all, so there you have it. Making this entertaining and he somehow just got himself killed. Beautiful. Rest in peace, you'll be missing. Just like that, that is Act 2. That took a lot longer than it should have, but just like that, thank you. Whatever the heck this is supposed to be. Nice. Thank you. And just like that, that is Chemical Plant for that matter, ladies and gentlemen. And just like that, one more zone transition later, and on to Studio Uploads we go. Thank you. Nice. Fun fact, another zone original to this game, exclusive to this game at least, that originated in this game in other words. You would love it, and again, you see a lot more reused assets here. Even the UFO, even the little planets from the unused planets that went unused from the originally supposed to make an appearance in Marble Zone. Again, everything's just making a comeback here. But with out of the way, convenience strikes back, and that is another giant ring, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Going this way, if the game lets us. Thank you. Ooh, double minus. And yet again, the music and the level design are more than ever before appreciated, since again, creativity is more than appreciated within these levels alongside the effort put into these. Any day now, thank you. Since yet again, this is supposed to be a studio after all, so there you have it. Nice. Nice. What did I tell you? All perfectly part of my master plan. This is all perfectly fine, don't worry about it. Nice. Anyway, we're just going to ignore that one more. Now I'm definitely not going to about to regret within the next 10 seconds, and just like that, transportation is more than appreciated. Thank you. Nice. Even missed a giant ring, but it's fine. All perfectly going according to plan. And yet again, by now we pretty much have the super characters unlocked, so nothing to worry about if I do say so myself, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. It looks like things are going this way. Thank you. Nice. Ooh, double nice combo. Thank you. Even accidentally got the speed boost. Beautiful. All going perfectly according to plan. Anyways, next time you want to go in here. For reasons you'll find out in about 10 seconds, just like that. What did I tell you? Convenience strikes back yet again and has once more shown its face. Thank you. I'll gladly take my second giant ring. Thank you. There you have it. I might as well give you the location of every giant ring in existence if you really want to unlock the super characters that desperately, and if you really want to complete this game as fast as possible. It almost called this a speed run, quote unquote, but anyways, that's a video for another day. Anyways, up we go as soon as I don't get hit. Thank you. I dodged the very conveniently placed bumper, and just like that, onto the knee must we go. Accident if the game lets me, since just like that I accidentally accessed the blue spur stage, which is how you unlock the other features from the title screen, fun fact. You will always want to be going for the primer when it comes to the blue spurs, that way you can grab the rings. Assuming you have an area larger than 4 at least, and if they do, then I recommend going for the primer if you really want to get the perfect. Especially if you want to get the golden token, since in order to get the golden tokens, you pretty much have to get a perfect, which means grabbing every ring in the spell stage and pretty much obviously completing the spell stage without accidentally messing it up. I think I just did, unsurprisingly, but it's fine. Anyways, gonna readjust the camera and hope I don't spend too much time to the point where I can't even control the character. Since again, speaking of which, if you spend too long in a blue spur stage, your speed will go up. So you definitely don't want to spend too much time trying to get one blue spur, since the higher the speed, that means the safer the controls will feel. So do be on the lookout for that. And I think I just messed the blue spur stage up, but it's fine. Or never mind, I didn't. Thank you. And just like that, for once, I actually got it perfect too, and I actually even got to show off what this looks like. You do end up getting a perfect, you get the token, which you definitely want. Do be on the lookout for those. Just be sure you have more than 25 rings by the time you pass a checkpoint, or a start pose, that way you can access the spell stages. But anyways, on to the mini boss, and again, if you want to unlock the feature, it's the method required to unlock the features. You just have to collect a decent amount of tokens, whether it be golden or silver, but it's just a lot more satisfying to grab the golden tokens, and since this is a playthrough after all, convenient, so there you have it. Anyways, this is the first hard-boiled heavy we're fighting in the game. The Hard Gunner, that's his name, in case you were wondering. But anyways, this boss can go 2 ways. One, if you have a super character unlocked, and if you have more than 100 rings, hold right. But if you don't have the super characters unlocked, you do want to avoid the red missiles, and you want to hit the homing one, or the blue one in other words. If you do end up hitting the blue missile without accidentally running into it, it will home back to the enemy, or to the egg robos, and you definitely want to take care of all of them. Since you have to kill the surrounding egg robos alongside the heavy gunner himself. Pretty creative boss, if I do say so myself. Again, the creativity put into these levels are more than ever before appreciated. But again, since we're going as since we have our boy Super Knuckles, we can pretty much just destroy the game and we can just hold right to win. Hence the name. You do know the golden rule when it comes to platformers. Always go to the right. So there you have it. Convenience, am I right? But just like that, that is it. With the heavy gunner taken down, I believe that is the act. Why, thank you very much. As we teleport, obviously, crash lands and complete, and suppressing doesn't even destroy half the Studio Aqua Zone. Beautiful. Thank you. That is Act 1, and just like that, that is the first sign of the act. Beautiful. You even go to love the animation they brought to implement within the signs themselves. Beautiful. 10 out of 10. Anyways, Act 2. Here we go, and I didn't accidentally press the debug button. There it is, Act TV. Again, a studio, just like I mentioned earlier. It's in the name. Beautiful. Anyway, back to bouncing off things for the 1 millionth time. Here we go. Welcome to Sonic Mania. Or Sonic overall, for that matter. Anyway, going this way. And just like that, we've already accessed the lottery, and I hope we don't get a Robotnik one. Because if you end up getting a Robotnik one, then you'll lose a lot of your rings, and just like that, rest in peace. I had 14 rings. That's a new record. Thank you. No, never mind. It actually depends. It actually depends how much. It actually depends whether or not you have a high amount of rings or not. For whatever reason, I thought that worked like a slot machine in Casino Night Zone, but it turns out I was wrong. It's just whether or not you have more positive numbers than negative numbers. Since if you do end up getting a Robotnik, I'm pretty sure all it does is it just decreases the amount of numbers you have, or the amount of rings you receive, I should say. Anyway, back to bouncing off things in the most inconvenient way possible. Here we go again. Fantastic. Thank you. And already this is already starting to feel like the behind the scenes of what a YouTube channel would look like. Would you look at that? Convenience strikes back. It's the video itself. Fantastic. I'm not going to edit this for obvious reasons. But anyways, with that fourth wall break out of the way, back to speeding through levels, shall we? Thank you. Nice. You can't even go to all the enemies, though they almost resemble fans in a way. Thank you. Well, that is for another time. Well, that is a story for another day. As you have to go this way if you want to go grab yourself another giant ring. Which you'll find out in a hot minute, since considering the fact that we just ran into one about 10 minutes or about 30 seconds earlier. Convenience, am I right? But just like that, a few more activity encounters out of the way, and just like that, assuming I can actually bounce off these correctly, which I failed to do so, we'll go this way for obvious reasons. Anyways, assuming the game lets me. Thank you. Nice. Anyways, since Knuckles can't jump too high, it looks like we have to go this way. Or normally you would have to bounce off those badniks in order to access the 12th stage, but it looks like we can't do that as Knuckles, since apparently he can't jump that side, so we're gonna have to pass it off for now. Please forgive me. Just also probably for the better, since I also don't want this video to yet again be 20 years long, so there you have it. That's my excuse of the day. Beautiful. Thank you. Anyways, any day now. Thank you. And just like you have 195 rings, only 5 away from race 11. Just like that, what did I tell you? All part of Master Planning. Just like that, time for the boss. Beautiful. Yet again, after 5 Robotnik and his weathermobile. Beautiful. You can't even jump aside. Would you look at that? Convenience strikes back as yet again that one cluster from Mushroom Hills makes a return here. This time as a news reporter. Fantastic. Again, it's the name. Echidna. It is called Echidna for a reason, after all. So there you have it. Anyways, any day now. The music is more than appreciated, but it looks like we can't even hit it because we can't jump high. Never mind, now we can, thank you. Again. This is how every boss is almost guaranteed to end if you have the super characters unlocked. Though this is one of the few bosses that actually require a lot more patience if you're playing as Knuckles. Since again, can't jump that high, so there you have it. It's another disadvantage. And we're going up yet again, thank you. Nice. It's almost dead. please bear with me. Don't leave. Thank you. Convenience yet again strikes back, but just like that, you could just pretty much end this. Absolutely just attack this boss constantly if you have the super characters unlocked, and if you wait and you play the patient game, if you're playing as much as that is. But if you don't have all the emeralds, then again you do have to be patient and then just wait for a specific pattern. That way you can actually have a good chance to actually hit him. When the temperature heats up, always just stand below him, and then when it gets all windy, just bounce off the poles and hit him. But just like that, there's another story. Flying Battery returns. Speaking of which, there you have it, another reference from Sonic 3. Apart from the obvious, that of being Knuckles. Anyways, here we go. Thank you. What did I tell you? Perfectly part of Master Plan. This is going so well. Thank you. Going this way. Why? Thank you very much. Nice. We're intentionally also gonna have to backtrack a bit for the sake of grabbing one essential power-up, that being the fire elemental shield, which, hence the name, grants you immunity to fire, and pretty much just turns you into a fireball if you're playing as Sonic. And unfortunately, when it comes to using the elemental shields, if you're playing as any other character besides Sonic, you can't actually use them because, again, they have their own abilities. Which is unfortunate, but again, for the sake of balancing it away, so there you have it. Well, again, it is pretty cool. It is pretty cool seeing the re-implemented features. Again, gotta love every little detail, just like that. This game was made by none other than the fans, after all. So there you have it. There's some more development history for you. So you might as well make this a documentary while we're at it. Beautiful. Just to add some variety. Thank you. Anyway, another shield that first appeared in Sonic 3. The Thunder Shield, or the Lightning one, whichever you prefer. Which pretty much again turns you into a magnet, and again grants you immunity to electricity, hence the name. And obviously attracts ring swords, which is definitely a lot helpful if you really want to get access to the super characters early. Since when you get all the emeralds, the final thing you have to do to actually gain access to the super characters is to then collect 50 rings, and then from there you just have to then jump and then just press triangle in my case, since I'm playing on PlayStation. Oh, just that convenience, thank you. First time I'm going this way. First time for everything, so here we go. Thank you. Any day now. Music is always more than ever before appreciated. Why, thank you very much. And looks of things, yet again, back to playing a good old patient game. Thank you. Nice. My favorite. Anyways. Why, hello there, Climworth. Nice to see you here. Thanks for joining. And as we're just playing Sonic Mania again as our good old boy Knuckles the Echidna. The best character in the entire game, in other words. Nice. Perfectly part of Master Plan, don't worry. No one definitely saw that, and we'll have to start back from this part of the level, except we're going up. Never mind, looks like we're going down. I changed my mind within 10 seconds. Beautiful. Combo. Thank you. And that's the most memorable part of Flying Battery. This part where we have to time with spin jump, or spin dashes. Again, convenient. But if you're Knuckles, you could just do this. Again, you might as well break the game at some. Since Knuckles can pretty much just go both ways, he can pretty much add a lot more layers of challenge to the game itself, or can just destroy it completely. So he's a good balance of what a combination of Sonic's character and Tails' character will look like. Since technically Sonic is the most balanced character in the game, while Tails is the complete opposite, being the most broken character in history. So there you have it. Anyways, why yes, the patient game, my favorite. Why not? Thank you. I have to play the patient game again. This is a giant ring I want to grab for obvious reasons. Thank you. Nice. Convenience yet again strikes back, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that, we made it. Oh boy, oh boy. Thank you. What did I tell you? That death was intentional for a reason or two. Please bear with me. Anyways. Back to good old climbing go. Fantastic. This is why you want to have the shield with you. Anyway, looks like it can't go that way for now. You have to play the patient game yet again. Fantastic. Going up. Oh, wait, hello there. Hello, Fresco. It's nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Again, we're playing Sonic Mania. Don't mind me. Or don't mind us. Welcome to the live stream. Glad to have you here. Any day now. Back to playing the good old patient game in Flying Battery Zone. This is one of the longer zones in the game, too, for that matter. Anyway, don't the main wasn't there yet, and just like that, Dr. Bonnie has pulled a Sonic 1 on us, and just like that, pressed our worst nightmare, a switch. Anyways, what you wanna, the deal with this mini boss, you wanna balance out this bad XC summon, since we're technically in the trash pit right now, to put it that way. Definitely wanna be patient with this boss, considering the fact that you wanna combo off the bad X and then hit him. Just like that, what did I tell you? That's understandable. I guess Sonic Mania could go both ways, and to be fair, it is a game for Sonic fans. In other words, love letters for that matter too. I do recall the first time I played this game wasn't the most beginner-friendly game I played, so that is understandable. Its acts can go both ways. Whether or not you're pretty familiar with the rules of Sonic, that being to just speed your way through levels. Speaking of which, that is Act 1, and just like that, one mini-boss later, and just like that, we fall to our death. Rest in peace. But just kidding, convenience strikes back and actually saves us, and just like that, on to Act 2. Don't try this at home, kids. You'll definitely regret it. Anyways. Going up. Beautiful. Nice. Anyways. You want to go this way if you want to grab the next fan ring. Conveniently. And yet again, back to playing the good old game of the patient game. Why, yes. Nice. Or not. Just like that, convenience killed me, since for whatever reason the platform didn't move out of the way. Beautiful. Didn't move in the way, I meant to say. But anyways. We're taking it from the top now. Beautiful. Take two to put it that way. Any day now. I'm doing this all for reason, just in case you guys didn't grab all the emeralds by this point. In time, at least. Just like what did I tell you? All perfectly part of my master plan. Beautiful. All going perfectly according to plan. Nothing to see here. Nice. Anyways. Yet again, back to playing the patient game, since I guess I could easily say without saying that Flying Battery is one of the zones in Sonic Mania that requires a bit more patience. But just there it is. With another backneck out of the way, we can further progress throughout the level. Since it's also probably a good time to mention another cool feature about the level design. Since Sonic Mania is yet again, for the most part, just a compilation of recycled ideas and reused assets from the classic Sonic games, quote unquote. Some of the levels have even combined assets with other Sonic levels. Examples being how Flying Battery obviously reuses assets from none other than a wacky workbench, given by the electricity and the status effects from the factory itself. Pretty neat if I do say so myself. Pretty close to story one, you can actually damage the one badness that were originally just there for the sake of cutscenes. You could either do it the slow way, or you could either kill the badnick and then just stop the electricity altogether. It depends. If you're playing the main story mode, getting 100% in my opinion is actually pretty easy. And all you need is a Chaos Emerald, and that's about it. Which are showing off how to grab, or at least the mini giant rings present within each level, since there are a decent amount of them. Again, this game does a decent job handling the spell stages, since again, it's a good balance between both speed and platforming, since again, this is a platform after all, so there you have it. Anyways, going this way. And just like Meme strikes back and we missed a monitor. Thank you. And just like that, would you look at that, beautiful. Convenience yet again strikes back, and just like that, what did I tell you? All perfectly part of my foolproof plan. And just like that, we have acquired ourselves another giant ring, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Anyways, let's break the game. And then going back to what you guys were previously saying, I guess it's somewhat understandable at times, since again, Sonic levels, when it comes to Sonic level design, you aren't gonna you aren't really going to go in a straight line for most of the time, since you're usually just going to take different pathways, and for the most part, again, just blast your way through levels, since, again, this is Sonic level design. But in my opinion, I honestly prefer this formula rather than your typical platformer, since it doesn't feel like you're usually just going in a straight line, and doesn't feel all that linear, too. It just makes it nearly just makes for endless possibilities when it comes to level design, which is another thing I do love about Sonic. Again, you're not guaranteed to always go one path for 90% of the time, like you normally would. Anyways, grabbing that monitor for obvious reasons, please bear with me. Anyways, thank you. Well, we're almost at the boss. Or not, just like that convenience killed me, since I guess I jumped off the pillar and conveniently led to my death. Beautiful. We're starting back from this point. Beautiful. You have to go outside. Fantastic. Here we go again. And there's that. Just like that, I even got a trophy. There you have it. What did I tell you? All perfectly part of Master Plan. So it revolves around going in and out of Flying Battery Zone. There you have it. That's an achievement for you, whether or not you're playing this on PlayStation or on Xbox. There you have it. Again, this is a guy after all, so there you have it. Convenience, am I right? Thank you. Anyway, I'm throwing Scratch for now, or the Cluster, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going off of its name from The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, since that's his actual name. To be fair, that cartoon was pretty much just almost 100% based on Sonic's Spinball and obviously on Sonic 2. Released back in the good old day of 1993, I believe. I could be wrong though. Please forgive me. I'm trying my best to explain the Sonic lore. Please forgive me. Anyways, back to yet again blasting away through levels. Again, don't try this at home, kids. Anyways, more satisfaction out of the way and just add onto the remaining part of the level to go. If the game lets me, thank you. Nice. And look at that, convenience strikes back. We made it to the boss already, which is this thing. I forgot the name of the boss. Please forgive me. It did obviously have Spire in the name, but that's just about everything I remember. Please forgive me. Anyways, what you want to do with this boss is you want to always use this ball and then bounce off, knocking him towards the spikes to actually damage him. I recommend constantly attacking, that way he doesn't get a chance to attack and you don't waste frames. That goes, especially if you want to speed in the game. Beautiful. And just like that, convenience has yet again worked against me as always. Thank you. And he'll shoot 3 fireballs at you. Yes, you can say for the most part, just takes a bit of getting used to. Yeah, just bounce off the pole, hit his bumper, and then knock him towards the spikes and you'll damage them. That easy. Easier done than said. But anyway, just like that, he's just about that, and just like that, that is his own boss, ladies and gentlemen. And just like that, the good old Ducker has nearly killed himself, and just like that, another Sonic TV reference later, and on to press card we go. Thank you. I wish we had Tails, because then we could just skip about every single boss in the game. But that is again a video for another day. Since we pretty much are nearly almost broken Mania enough for a day or two, so there you have it. Press Garden Act 1, oh boy, another original zone, which I also love. Pretty if I do say so myself. Anyways, here we go. The one transition later, thank you. Yeah, even the shield from Sonic 1 and 2 and CD makes a comeback here. Just both used and unused asset all the used and unused assets from Sonic from classic Sonic just making an appearance here. Again, called Sonic Mania for a reason or two, so there you have it. Anyway, I would have gone down and we would have found a giant ring, but again, for the most part, I was just gonna blast my way through levels for the sake of not making this video 20 years long. And so, for the most part, even if this is a live stream, so I'm treating this like a playthrough. So there you have it. And speaking of used and unused assets, look at that. The one enemies that went unused in Sonic 1. Again, just every recycled idea just making a comeback here. Even on the unused enemies, you gotta love. There you have it. Anyways, going up, since we're technically we're pretty much in a factory right now, so there you have it. Conveniently can't go up. One moment, please. Just like that, it didn't even hit the platform. Just like that, what did I tell you? Nice. So yet again, you might as well just break the game and speedrun it while we're at it too, so there you have it. Another shortcut. Fantastic. Nice. You hit the switch for no reason and convenience yet again, send me falling down as always. Thank you. Well, as if the game didn't want me to go that way, it looks like we're going this way. Just be sure not to get crushed. This always reminds me of a newspaper factory to put it that way. If that's what this is supposed to be. I could be wrong, and if I am, please forgive me. I'm trying my best. Anyway, back to bouncing off conveyor belts. Thank you. Nice. I'm sparing the other batting for obvious reasons. We're going pacifist. We're temporarily going pacifist. Trust me. Anyways. You can always just platform, or you could platform normally in the intended way, or you could do what I do as our boy Knuckles and destroy the game. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. What did I tell you? What's that? Anyways. Yeah, glad you found that trick helpful. Thank you. I'm always happy to help whenever I can. This could technically be quote-unquote a speedrun in its own way, but again, that is a video for another day. This is a playthrough, for now. Kind of. You could call it somewhat of a playthrough and somewhat of a speedrun. It could go both ways, since usually I tend to beat Sonic Mania in about 2 hours or so. So, there you have it. Fantastic. Anyway. Why yes, back to bouncing off conveyor belts, and you'll see that conveniency. Thank you. Beautiful. Any day now. Thank you. Again, the enlarged hitbox can go both ways. And here's another unused asset from Sonic CD makes a comeback here. That being the blue rings, which if you end up hitting this water, it basically just turns your dropped rings into it just increases the amount of rings you drop. It just turns your dropped rings into giant rings, that way making them a lot easier to collect, and for that matter, you don't drop as many rings. Yeah, another reason as to why you definitely want to go grab them, especially if you really want to use the super characters that badly. Anyways, we're almost at the end of the act. Just yet again, a matter of time, we will be there in no time, hopefully. Any day now, thank you. Just like that, what did I tell you? Whole perfectly part of the master plan, thank you. And just like that, I'm pretty sure we reached the boss right about now. Beautiful. There's always something to go up, since I always keep thinking there's a giant ring over there, but I could be wrong. Anyways, time for the mini-boss. Oh boy, oh boy. We could do this the intended way, but that would be boring, so no thank you. We'll break the game. Just like that, what did I tell you? If you are doing this the intended way, all you have to do is just get him to launch his saw blades towards the orange wooden crate, so that way it temporarily stuns him, and then while he's stunned, that's when you want to hit him, or when you want to strike, in other words. But that is Act 1. That is only the case if you don't have the emeralds, if you don't have enough rings, or if you don't have all the emeralds. But anyways, Act 2 we go. Beautiful. The atmosphere more than ever will appreciate it. It's very Japanese, which I like. Thank you. Might as well even implement some more cultural aspects while we're at it. Thank you, that is more than appreciated. Anyways, why yes, the best animation in the entire game. Thank you. Which is, again, another reference to Sonic CD, where it basically just freezes in place and then physics just completely takes over at that point. Anyways, on Act 2, which is pretty much, for the most part, the outer part of the garden, which pretty much even shows the progression of the garden itself. Pretty much a lot of bad hits were specifically used to just cut down cherry blossoms to then just get the wood from them. Just like that, what did I tell you? Gotta love the references and the other aspects. Beautiful. Fun fact, while you're frozen, you can even destroy the icicles too. Which is pretty helpful, if I do say so myself. And just would you look at that? A convenience strikes back. There's a giant ring down there. We could go out of our way to grab it, but it's fine. I mean, to be fair, you already have enough rings, but I might as well. What did I tell you? Perfectly part of my master plan. Nice. Anyways, well yes, we're going down. The patient game. Welcome to Knuckles Mania. Thank you. Nice. Anyways, going this way. Beautiful. Ooh, thank you. Nice. Anyways, boy looks of things, we want to go this way. Oh boy, oh boy. Convenience, thank you. Just gonna get rid of all this for a reason or two. And kill the woodpecker, that's what that's supposed to be. Looks like we want to go down, so here we go. Beautiful. Why, yes. And we're back to the same place we were before. Beautiful. Actually, we were supposed to freeze in place. Never mind. You have to go back. Beautiful. It just came back to me. Fantastic. There you have it. Convenience, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that. But what did I tell you? And then from there, just let physics do all the work for you, Saints. That's how most of this zone works. There you have it. Gotta love the animations. Anyways, just rapidly massive the jump on, just break free from your frozen state, and you'll be good to go. And you even miss a giant room, which I also noticed too. But again, that's for those of you who still don't have all the emeralds by this point. Anyways, it's that time of day again. We're already break the game because I'm not gonna take damage. No, thank you. We're killing the woodpeckers. At least one of them. Anyways, going up, beautiful. Nice. Going this way, we might as well just make a break for the boss. And speaking of which, there it is. On to the next cardboard heavy. Heavy Shinobi, that's his name, by the way. Yet again, perfectly fitting for the level design, since his boss kind of resembles that of a ninja, which I like. Again, hence the name, Heavy Shinobi. There he is. Another one of the hardboiled heavies. And just that he goes in less than 10 seconds with the other super characters. What you normally want to do if you don't have the super characters unlocked is, again, when he jumps, that's when you want to hit him. That way to temporarily stun him, and then you have about 5 frames or so to hit him. You definitely want to save the frames while you're at it. But anyways, on to the next cutscene, which yet again shows Little Planet, beautiful, in the computer, and just like that, Robotnik yet again used the powers of the fans to just snap us away. Fantastic. Rest in peace. Anyway, speaking of Little Planet, on to Stardust Speedway, since apparently it turns out that Robotnik has apparently used the powers of the Phantom Ruby to pretty much retake control of Little Planet, and a Little Planet, which will pretty much explain why he decided to teleport us here. Stardust Speedway, for that matter, apart from obviously the fight against Metal Sonic, which the game teased earlier. Anyways, and as always, the music is more than ever appreciated. Again, I guess you get to sense, in my opinion, Sonic CD had the best soundtrack. Since Sonic Mania is nearly at that level, with all its remixes and with its soundtrack too. Anyway, going this way. Again, really memorable. Not to mention that, again, this game even implements a lot of references from their respective games too, since in this case, we're in the past of Stardust Speedway at least. Since apparently, after using the Phantom Ruby to basically just retake control of Little Planet, I guess Robotnik really just rebuilt the robot generators and then just hid them in new locations for obvious reasons. So I guess the future's been altered now. This is back to the future now, yes. Anyways, a few more moments of playing the patient game later, and just that, on we go. In this case, the two zones combined were none other than, obviously, the Stardust Speedway Pass and Marble Garden Zone from Sonic 3. Pretty obvious to tell, given their respective assets, too. Anyways, go this way and avoid the string. Just like that. Nice. Yeah, don't blame me, the name Little Planet always reminds you of Little Big Planet. Even if even if Sonic CD came way before that game. Anyway, back to bouncing off springs, beautiful. Once again, going back to the plot of Sonic Mania, pretty much from there on out, you pretty much the goal of the game is just to stop Robotnik from basically just therefore using the Phantom Ruby for evil, obviously. So there you have it. That's more plot out of the way, and the reason as to why, again, we're fighting him, since we definitely want to not only save Little Planet, but every zone, since You definitely want to prevent Robotnik from using the powers of the Phantom to pretty much just power his invincible, to make an invincible army of badniks, so there you have it. Anyways, on to the mini-boss, which is none other than those enemies we encountered earlier. And the enemies that also made their appearance, that appeared to see not only the start of Speedway, but in Metallic Madness too. Right before the final boss music, and in fact, the development team really loved this enemy so much that they even made a mini-boss about it. Which was in fact just an enlarged version of that boss, but anyways, that is Act 1, thank you. Nice. Anyways, on to Act 2, and boy, here, get ready, since this is my favorite transition in the entire game. There it is, convenience. You conveniently found the robot generating even destroyed, and just like that, a future post is located right next to it, and on to the future. On to the present, to be exact, since we were just in the past about 10 seconds ago. Anyway, start of Speedway Act 2. Here we go. Welcome back to the present, since for whatever reason we started the past instead of the present, so... But I guess that's the powers of the Phantom Brewery, so there you have it. Going this way. That almost did nothing. Fantastic. Again, timing couldn't be any better. Again, what did I tell you? Convenience strikes back. Anyways, normally, if this was the original Sonic CD, the robot generator would have been in there, but unfortunately we can't time travel in the remastered stones. It's kind of sad, since I do miss that feature. Sure, it's understandable as to why they didn't implement the time travel, since again it wasn't just more of the time. Again, it wouldn't have been necessary. Again, it would have just been nice to see. Since the only two time periods we really do end up spending in Sort of Speedway is the past and the present. In this case, we're in the present, which would technically almost be considered ruined at this point, since we only got one of the generators, and we apparently can't time travel, so rest in peace, Sort of Speedway. Anyways, back to playing the good old pacing game. Since to be fair, speaking of the good and bad features, I guess in Encore mode, it also goes to show how Robotnik pretty much just took control of Little Planet. And to be fair, the background for the present does take place in just use the background from the bad feature. So there you have it. And conveniently, we can't go back. Beautiful. We missed the giant ring too, but that's a story for another time. And that way, you guys know where to look next time. Since at times you don't want to go too fast to the point where you accidentally miss things. Unless you're going for any percent, of course. Anyways, you want to go this way. Just like that. You accidentally missed one of the springs. Beautiful. Nice. It's fine. And beautiful, just like that, and another enemy is giving you the good old greeting. Beautiful. Well, since we're playing as our good old boy Knuckles, we could just use this infinite amounts of muscle power to just take care of that enemy, since apparently I guess that's also the reason as to why he can't jump to that high. Just like he describes in the movie. Beautiful. He just weighs a lot, thanks to his muscle power. Anyways, going on. It's always pointing out how Sonic CD was also one of the few Sonic games that also somewhat played a bit with the background too. Something I also forgot to mention within my live streams, but here I am now. It's a lot more apparent in Mania than ever before now, so there you have it. And just that convenience has struck me once more. Thank you. Really even goes to show you how Sort of Speedway just went from being a supernatural area to just completely being taken over by humanity, to put it that way. Anyways, with that out of the way, that's another reference to Sonic CD as we completely just destroyed the Metal Sonic hologram, and there he is, in all his metallic glory. Fantastic. And now we have to race them, kind of, since the boss fight works a bit differently than it used to. Instead of having to race against them, you pretty much just have to progress the level and you have to avoid attacks. Just like that. You definitely don't want to get hit. But I will say, I do love the remaster, it's classic one. Just be sure not to get it, you definitely don't want to know how that feels like. Nice. Anyway, going this way, since I probably forgot to jump, and I can really hit one of the panels. Nice. Any day now, and so for that matter, I guess you could say that it was a bit inaccurate as to where they put the Sonic hologram. For whatever reason, it was in the present instead of the past that was normally. Speaking of Metal Sonic, there it is. There's the Silver Sonics from the Game Gear Sonic 2. Again, just everything making a comeback here. You gotta love. And so, to be fair, the Silver Sonic fight in Sonic 2 for the Game Gear more closely resembled just a Badnik than anything else, and to be fair, that fight was pretty easy. Just like that. It was so easy, and it resembled the design of that of a Badnik that they made him an enemy rather than anything else. But I will say, I do appreciate the cameo appearance. Anyways, going this way, as we completely destroy that contraption of Metal Sonic, and back to chasing we go. Nice. Anyways, here we go. We'll do. But that was only phase 1, since that was not a true boss fight. That was only more so for the callback to Sonic CD, and just like that, Robotnik immediately gives Metal Sonic access to the powers of the Fan Tribune, and you have to fight him. And you have to fight him now. Nice. This phase 2, which always reminds me of Knuckles Chaotix. Conveniently, the final boss too. Anyways, both also resembles in a way the Death Egg robot from Sonic and Knuckles too. Now that I think about it. Now we're talking so much about Knuckles. Anyways, what you want to do here is you always want to hit the Phantom Roof, but be careful not to fall off or to take too much damage, or else you will die. But just like that, he goes on relatively quickly and easy. Just like that, rest in peace. And is that? Oh, but that would be too easy. Conveniently strikes back yet again and put a Badnik right there, and we did nothing, since, again, plot convenience. So there you have it, that is Act 2. Thank you. And again, the background is more than ever appreciated, since, again, Robotnik pretty much just took over Little Planet now. And you see that he's building something now, and apparently, turns out he's pretty much using the powers of the Phantom Roof to just build a Titanic Monster, which is supposedly his super weapon, and his new super weapon, to pretty much utilize for world domination, I guess. Again, an invincible army of Badniks. We're not having any of that. So on the Hydro City we go. We're going up apparently. So here we go. Boy, I love the music in this song. I'd say, in my opinion, my two favorite remastered themes are probably the Hydro City theme and the Oil Ocean theme, just because of how hard they hit. It's just all of our fitting, and boy, it's truly an unforgettable soundtrack. Again, definitely worth a listen. Whenever we get the chance, too, obviously. Anyways, back to Gliding City we go. Thank you. Spin Dash. Nice. And going this way, 63 rings. And back to good old boy Enthusiasts. Beautiful. Fun fact, there's another achievement you can get in Sonic Mania, whether or not you're playing in the Xbox One, or the PlayStation version. Which basically revolves around riding three different boats in Hydro City. Just like that, the convenience strikes back once more. And again, the level design is more than ever before appreciated. It's a good combination of the Hydro City from obviously the Hydro City from Sonic 3 and the underwater level from the Game Gear Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Again, you gotta love it. You control the flow, you control the tide in the zone. Which already reminds you of the Zelda dungeon. And boy, we got off topic really quick there. But anyways, that is another video for another day. But just like that, back to good old platform we go. Assume you don't suffocate within the next 10 seconds or less. Anyways, here we go. I'm avoiding the gear bubble for now, which I'm definitely going to regret within the next 10 seconds or less. Anyways, just like that, back to controlling the tide. Beautiful. And conveniently grants us access to the next level, to the other portion of the level. Beautiful. What did I tell you? Really getting Zelda vibes right now. Anyways, back to good old platforming. Nice. And again, the pacing of the game is more than ever before appreciated. Again, Mania, in my opinion, has the best level design, with, again, the combinations from both reuse assets and with all the reuse assets, and from the recycled ideas as well. Again, not being with the floating bubble too, which is, again, another callback to Sonic 2, and just like that, a commentary has once again nearly cost my dad. Thank you. Wouldn't be a video without it, so there you have it. Originality, thank you. Okay, it's going back inside, and you definitely don't want to get hit by any Badniks. Definitely want to avoid them. So by the time you spend in Hydro City, you're pretty much going to be in the bubble. Which, by the way, if you're inside the bubble currently, then you won't have to worry about drowning, since, again, air, so there it is, convenience. Though, do keep in mind, if you spend too much time within one bubble alone, it will eventually pop, since I guess the character just already uses up all the air within the bubble, so... Do keep that in mind. Well, if you are quick enough, you can just avoid all the other ones entirely. Anyways, going down. And there it is. Board Enthusiastus, thank you. That's how I get the achievement or trophy, in case you're wondering how to. Anyways, back to speeding your way through the level. Thank you. Back we go. Nice. Here we go again. Back to good old platforming. Speeding through levels. Didn't need any of the other bubbles, since we haven't used up all the air in this one, so you might as well just endlessly abuse it. This is fine. Anyways, here we go again. Say Hydro City, for that matter too, is one of the longer zones in the game too. If you know what I mean, at least. And just like there it is, there's a good old doctor himself, and just like at the bubble pot. Beautiful. Just like paying us a good old visit, and just like we'll see him in just a sec or so. Again, just the game's teasing you while at it. And also probably worth mentioning how Knuckles, thanks to his muscle power, how Knuckles can completely just destroy breakable walls without using spin dash. Again, just goes to show how much muscle power he has. And so that, we've already made it to the main boss, and we only have 43 rings. Conveniently, we're only 7 away from accessing the super characters, but it's fine. And just like that, Robotics actually for once fighting us himself, so there you have it. You don't see that very often. But anyways, oh boy. Another callback to Sonic 3. With the many earthquakes present within, and with, again, the amount of racing aspects implemented within. Oh boy. If you have the super gears, you can pretty much just blast through this without it. You could absolutely just blast through these corners of each level, but again, since that's not the case with us, we have to play this one, we have to do this the entire way. For once, too. But anyway, just like that, we have to completely switch places, and just like that, we have to become the Mad Doctor himself. As now we have to use Robotnik's own invention against them. Just like that. Anyway, what you want to do in this boss, you pretty much want to use some help to just inhale Robotnik towards you that way, or to propel him towards you, that way you can hit him. Though be sure not to inhale any of the bombs, or you will take damage. You definitely don't want to know how that feels. But just like that, 10 seconds later, and just like that, rest in peace Robotnik. Poor guy can actually swim. Beautiful. Well, this is only just the ground, but just like that, that is Act 1, ladies and gentlemen. Why, thank you very much. Nice. Another act once more in the back for good old boy Knuckles the Echidna. Why yes, Slime Warp, you pretty much just described the situation within 10 seconds or less, thank you. Welcome to Sonic Mania in a nutshell. Anyways, back to platforming, just like that, thank you. And again, the Act 2 theme hits just as hard as the first act. You gotta love it, again, just beautiful music. Here we go. Nice. Again, if you're using Knuckles, you can pretty much just skip half the platforms entirely with his gliding ability. Could almost rival that of Tails' flying ability, and boy, is he broken. Or is that broken? Anyways, going up. You want to return to the surface. We wouldn't want to drown now, would we? Anyways, going this way. Nice. Convenience yet again strikes back, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we're going this way. Oh boy, oh boy. Patience. Anyways. Not to blasting your way through levels. Thank you. And there it is. Already going super. Thank you. Should say this for the zone boss, but it's fine. Hydro City is one of the more generous zones in Sonic Mania 2, so there you have it. Going up. But be sure not to suffocate, since you definitely don't want to know how that feels, especially if you're playing as Knuckles thanks to his, again, enlarged hitbox. Anyway, going up. Just like that. Beautiful. Convenience strikes back once more for the 1,000,000th time. Thank you. Also, you gotta love the animations. If you're playing as Knuckles, it's 1,000 times funnier than normal. Anyways, using all that muscle power to advantage as we yet again break through walls using our little body, and just like that, on to go. Thank you. Nice. And just like that, would you look at that? Convenience has shown its face again, as that is another time ring. Will do, why, thank you very much. And just like that, that has given us an extra life. Boy, can this get any more convenient if I do say so myself, ladies and gentlemen, but thank you very much. And I'll also gladly take the blue ring, thank you. Any day now, oh boy, here we go. Nice. Anyways, where to go? We're not too far away from the boss. Which we're bound to kill in about 10 seconds at this rate. Nice. Again, we might as well destroy the game already, too. Here we go. Just be sure not to suffocate death. Or if you have debug mode, able to actually press square in my square or X in my X or square in my case. Or you will enable it. You'll be on the lookout for that. But anyways, apart from that, you should be good to go. Yet again, a matter of platforming later, and we're there in no time. And speaking of which, beautiful. Convenience has shown its face once more as we already made it to the mini-boss. Just like that. There's a good old boy, Dr. Friend, the Mad Doctor himself. And since we're using the superheroes, we can pretty much just do this the unintended way and just let physics do the work for us. Since again, you just land about 10 million hits at a time on him. Just like that. You don't even have to worry about suffocation. But if you don't have the super characters and you want to hit the bombs, you have to hit those bombs and then wait for a body to run into us, and then that'll release an air bubble which you want to breathe. That way you don't drown, obviously. And anyways, in this case, I'd say 100% is also the zone that actually put the bosses in reverse order. That being from the original act bosses and zone bosses for that matter. Because originally this fight was originally the act boss in Sonic 3. Fun fact, they really just switched roles. Meanwhile, the Eggmobile from earlier was actually the zone boss in Sonic 3. Again, just adding a little more variety, which you gotta love. Since for once, Robotnik is actually fighting him to himself now, and we're not actually fighting one of his badniks or minions for that matter. Anyways, thank you. Convenience strikes back, and just like that, that is Act 2, ladies and gentlemen. And invisible wall see and stop us from reaching the capsule. Thank you. But anyway, just like that, one transition later, and on to Mirage Saloon Zone we go. Thank you. Again, another original zone exclusive to Sonic Mania, which I love, especially the music too. And here we are, another transition. Rest in peace, Knuckles. And just like that, we have become Knuckles himself. Rest in peace. Anyways, back to going what I was saying. We have to play the level normally now, since the heavy magician knocked us out of the tornado conveniently. Rest in peace, Knuckles. You'll be missed. Nice. That is why you always want to follow the ranks, ladies and gentlemen. But anyways, take 3. Here we go. In action. Fantastic. Nice. Oh boy, any day now. Thank you. Nice. Ooh, double nice. Combo. Again, using a lot of reused assets here, which you gotta love too. Hey, there would almost be a decent mark from Hilltop too. Anyway, now it's up to our good old boy Knuckles and catch up to Sonic Crew, since, again, this campaign takes place during the events of Sonic Mania, as most of you noticed, and boy, what a voice crack that was. Anyways. Why yes, patience. Going this way, and again, one of the more creative zones in my opinion. It has a very western feel to it, which again, you gotta love. Perfect balance between both contrasts, which I gotta love if I do say so myself. You had a lot of aspects from Japanese cultures in Pressbar, and now a lot of Western aspects in Mirage Saloon Zone. Which, fun fact, is that Mirage Saloon Zone actually got a lot of inspiration from the unused zone in Sonic Mania that was meant to be Desert Dazzle. Fun fact. Because originally in the 2011 remaster for Sonic Mania, there was originally meant to be an additional zone with an additional boss for those who collected all the time zones, but that apparently unfortunately never came to be for the sake of again making the remaster stay true to the game it came from, or stay true to the original game, I should say. Anyway, I feel like we nearly gotten ourselves killed, so back to Climbing City we go. Oh boy, we're definitely doing this the intended way. Again, I didn't even make a practice run for that matter, and boy, is that always a good sign. Anyways, going this way, fantastic. Gun, thank you. Oh, look at that, convenience, thank you. could even go as far as saying that Mirage Zone would technically be the pinball zone of Sonic Mania in a way. You're just really going with the traditional level design while you're at it. But you have a level that plays out similar to the likes of Green Hill Zone, and then another level which usually resembles a pinball-like stage. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, convenience. And for the most part, the Sonic level design formula. Anyways, we're almost the mini-boss, if I recall correctly. So we can go the right way. Anyways, let's break the game, shall we? Anyways, here we go. Any day now, we're going this way. If we're going this way. Yep, climb up, never mind. Any day now. I'm not too familiar with Mirage Saloon, because again, I never made a practice run, which was obviously a good thing, but... Anyways... It's like we're probably gonna have to go up by the look of things. Anyways, any day now. Nice. And we have all this right, beautiful, fantastic. Convenience has once again shown its face. Any day now. We can actually make it around top there. Thank you. What did I tell you? Perfectly part of my master plan. Thank you. Nice. There's nothing over here. And it's like that. Didn't eat the platforms. What did I tell you? We're not going to see Echidna himself, so this is unnecessary. So we're going this way too. We're gliding. Fantastic. And I even missed a giant ring. Beautiful. And that's a good sign. Anyways. So we're going this way for now, since apparently we can't go back up, since again Knuckles can't jump as high. Any day now. Thank you. Oh, look at that. Thank you. Thanks, convenience. Just like we already got ourselves killed. Oh boy. Well, good thing we hit checkpoints, and again, convenience was feeling nice with us today. By the looks of things, it seems like we want to go this way. Beautiful. That's a good sign. Nice. Anyways, any day now. Thank you. Going over here for obvious reasons. Or never mind, I was meant to push us the other way. Beautiful. Well, here we go again. Oh boy, is this about to end well? Nice. And what did I tell you? What did I say? Perfectly part of my master plan. Nothing to worry about. Again, we're playing as our good old boy Knuckles the Echidna himself, so there you have it. And speaking of Spring Yard, there it is. A good combination of Spring Yard and Starlight, actually. That's what I meant to say, not Hilltop, Starlight Zone. Starlight and Spring Yard would seem like the obvious combination here. Again, speed is obviously the main end of the game, as always, which you gotta love. Beautiful. And that is more than ever before satisfying just breezing through levels. And use that, would you look at that? It's the three hooligans. How they call them. Or what they're called, and just like that. It's the boss from Sonic Chaos. Beautiful. Or that one boss Sonic was meant to fight earlier that the heavy magician summoned herself. So there you have it. You have to fight her now. Which the fight even more closely resembles that his fight from Sonic Chaos too. And just like that, there it is. The good old Heavy King just giving us the good old boost there. Beautiful. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, and just like that, the game even teased us with the hooligans themselves, which include Knack the Weasel, or Fang the Sniper, Bark the Polar Bear, and Bean the Dynamite. Those are the three names, in case you're wondering. Pretty cool if I do say so myself. Or neat, I should say. But anyways, on to the Vanilla Act 2. Here we go. Gotta love the additional features. Thank you. Going this way, oh boy, since we're pretty much in a bar right now. And there it is. Another wanted picture of Bean the Dynamite. Thank you. One of the three hooligans. So again, even a lot of the forgotten Sonic characters from the classic era even making a comeback here. Most only with Knack too, or Fang, however you want to call him. Always thought it was funny how he almost went by two names. Some usually just would refer to them as Knack, while others just refer to us as Fang. And the reason behind all that is because they're mostly in the fact that for whatever reason, in the European and the North American regions of Sonic Trouble, for some reason they refer to Knack or Fang as Knack the Weasel. So that's where they got the name from. But for whatever reason, that was changed later on. So It's the one time you ever got to see that name, apart from the fanbase community. But anyways, we can't get that giant ring for now since we can't jump high as Knuckles, so we're moving on. Not today, thank you. Ooh, nice. Anyways, looks like we're going up. Never mind, I guess the game doesn't want us still. Beautiful. There it is. Convenience, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways. Going this way. Fantastic. And there it is. Another picture of Knack. Beautiful. That's what or Knack or Fang. I usually just prefer the name Knack. It just sounds a lot funner. Just in my opinion, rolls off the tongue better. Instead of just saying Fang the Sniper in my opinion, but that is completely up to you. But anyways. Back to New York Balloon Zone. Fantastic. Thank you. Nice. We didn't even kill the enemy, too. Again, convenience just strikes back and making another appearance here. Going this way. Oh boy, oh boy. Thank you. Nice. We got all the additional panels, and we're technically in a bar right now. Well, Wild West to put it that way, and to be more specific. But anyways. 3 more pictures of the 3 hooligans. Or Team Hooligan, however you want to call it. Going up, beautiful. With more lore out of the way. Anyways. And just like we already reached the mini-boss. There it is. Look at old King Heavy giving us death, and it's time to fight the Heavy Magician. Beautiful. There she is. Oh boy. We'll say I do love this fight. It's pretty dang creative since she again imitates the patterns of both Knack the Weasel or Fang the Sniper, being the Dynamite, and Bart the Polar Bear too. The 3 characters from one of the three of the forgotten characters from the classic Sonic era. Since they made their debut at a time where there was not a lot of good Sonic games from production, unfortunately, so that's unfortunate. Anyways, there it is. They were just imitating the patterns and just pretending to be the characters themselves. This is exactly why the game teased us after all, but anyways. She goes down relatively quickly. You just have to damage the decoys first, and then you'll temporarily stun Hardboiled Heavy, and then that's when you want to hit her. And yes, it's a she, not a he, by the way. Believe it or not. But anyways, that is Act 2 for that matter, and just like that, on the Royal Ocean, which conveniently wasn't located too far from here, since Robotnik apparently built a completely new industry. There we go. How convenient. Though to be fair, it does fit well with the atmosphere, since to be fair, Royal Ocean does technically take place within a desert, and feels like a desert too. Again, and the music makes that all the more apparent too. And boy, do I love the music in the remix in Mania. It's just beautiful. It just more closely resembles the atmosphere, and again, it hits hard too. You gotta love that. Anyways, as with every other classic level, the first piece of the level just plays out exactly as it originally did, and then from there on out, it's just original. And there's even a giant ring down there, which I could have gone out of my way to grab, but I guess that never happened. So we're going this way, or I guess it did. Never mind. Really, I'm going out of my way to do all this for you guys, so you might as well. There it is. Welcome to platforming, ladies and gentlemen, just like that. It was worth the sacrifice as much as I want to burn Oil Ocean to the ground, but guess we'll have to wait until our next elemental shield for that matter. Since, fun fact, thanks to the added feature of using the 3 elemental shields, you can actually even use the fire one to even burn most of the oil too. Again, don't try this at home, kids, and be sure not to have any ladders or any fire-related parts near gasoline or petroleum for that matter. Keep that in mind. Anyways, why yes, here we go. Back to good old platforming. Nice. Anyways, going super, since you might as well break the game while at it. Thank you. For good old boy Super Knuckles. But anyways, here we go. You need to know you can do the spikes. One moment, please. What did I tell you? All perfectly part of my master plan. Just like that, done and done, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. And I'm pretty sure we just went backwards, but it's fine. Even a giant ring down there, which you can't seem to get by pushing a spike for once, so that's something. Anyways, going this way as we just killed an enemy in the most inconvenient possible with one of the best animations in the game. In my opinion, at least. Anyways. Going this way. For now. Oh boy, here we go. Pretty sure he just went backwards, but it's fine. It took me this long to decide whether or not it was worth it to go back to grab the giant ring, but in the end it wasn't, since, again, I'm just grabbing whichever ones I deem necessary, that way this video isn't more than 20 years long. But anyway, hey, would you look at that, it's Bootleg Mario. He's also making appearances. To be fair, this Batnik is essentially meant to be a plum raptor. Also, there you have it, controlling the flow rate of the oil in the oil ocean. And just like that completely backfired, and the oil ocean has caught on fire. Again, don't try this at home, kids. And that is Act 1, with oil ocean immediately burned to the ground, and with the entire industry just engulfed in smoke. That's a good sign. But anyways. Here it is, on to Act 2, and boy, dude, the music is more than ever before fitting. Again, perfectly good idea to have fire aspect right next to petroleum. Again, don't try it at home, kids, you'll regret it. Safety first. Anyways. With that interesting fact out of the way, back to speeding our way through all we go. Ooh, and speaking of fire aspects, you know what that means. As if there weren't enough fires for one day. So again, you don't want to spend too much time in the smoke, since if you spend too much time, it will start running your rings, since you can't breathe, since apparently the Sonic characters can't breathe smoke. Just like in real life, so do be on the lookout for that. You constantly want to be pressing those switches as soon as possible, that way you compress the gas and you get rid of it. Beautiful. But anyway, just like that, more of oil ocean has caught on fire. Again, thanks to our fire aspect shield. Beautiful. Just like that, or what did I tell you? To show you can never have any heated or fire-related products near gas and petroleum. There you have it, kids. A lesson that is well sure to keep in mind. There you have it. Beautiful. And I'm hitting this for obvious reasons, and I don't want to die within 10 seconds or less. But anyways. Back to speeding on where we going. Just like that, we have enough rings. Beautiful. Convenience strikes back. And just like that, oil ocean has caught on fire, and I'm surprised the industry hasn't burned to the ground by this point. But, oh well. Physics, am I right? And besides, this is a video game, so it's fine. Anyways. I want to constantly hit this, since in this case, I would say for oil ocean Act 2, the two zones the zones combined to make this zone were the assets used to make this one as a whole were pretty much from a combination of Xandopolis and Oil Ocean itself, obviously. With Xandopolis seeing the return of the switches and Oil Ocean pretty much being everything else. Even the cannons too, since it wouldn't be the true Oil Ocean without it, so welcome to Donkey Kong Country, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways. Fire! But anyway, with that out of the way, back to playing Fishing, it was worth it. Don't ask. Nice. And you said I lost my fire elemental shield to one enemy, or to one battle, I meant to say. But it's okay, as we got it back 10 seconds later, so we're fine. Anyways, if you do end up making contact with the oil, just make sure you don't spend too much time within the oil itself. That way you don't accidentally just drown and just suffocate. You definitely don't want to know how that feels like. Works a bit like the Badniks in Falling Battery Zone. And again, I do love the creativity behind all these cells altogether too. You can go within side subways, then just transport you to the other parts of the level too. You gotta love every little feature, if I do say so myself, ladies and gentlemen. Since again, this is like quote-unquote ocean after all, so there you have it. We're implementing the submarines. Just like that. Even gonna grab the modders, for obvious reasons. But anyways, back to the start as you go, since the game really makes it feel like you were moving in a submarine. Well, the only thing that ever happened was when you enter the submarine, the game just played the animation of the submarine just descending into the oil, and then just lowering the other part of the level, and then lowering the other part of the level by the time you exit the submarine. Which pretty much is teleportation, but that's about it. That's the illusion behind this, in case you're wondering. So there you have it. That's behind the code for you. Thank you. Nice. Anyways, back to killing these octopus. The octopus Badniks, put it that way. I'm sorry, I still don't know what they're called. Please forgive me. Anyways, anyway now, back to playing the good old patient game, my favorite. Either way, it should be fine, since they only shoot one projectile at a time, so... They aren't all that as threatening as they may seem. Anyways, back to Donkey Kong Country you go. Fantastic. Thank you. And I believe we already reached the zone boss, which again is a callback to another Sonic 2. Just like that. We're burning this thing to the ground. Beautiful. Again, safety first, kids, and don't try this at home. You'll regret it. And once the oil does catch on fire, don't touch it, or else don't jump in, or else you will take damage, obviously. So do be on the lookout for that, if you don't want to know how that feels like. But anyways, this boss is pretty much just the exact same plays out the exact same way it did in Sonic 2, where you want to wait for him to drop all his attacks, and then that's when you want to hit him. Nice. Nothing to worry about. What did I tell you? But just like that is another Flippy Capital Free, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. For celebration and support it that way, whatever this is supposed to be. Nice. Beautiful, 450, not bad. Anyways, another zone transition later with Inconvenience yet again striking man, we gotta love the animations. Again, who says submarines can't fly? But anyways, we've nearly reached the climax right now, Uncle Lava Zone, and just like we return back to Angel Island Zone, as it's already nighttime. The flight duration took it. I guess the flight duration took a while. No, did it? So be fair, by the time we were in Ocean, it was almost technically noon. They were talking time they were talking Sonic time at least. In-game time, in other words. But anyways, people say I lost my range, and that means death. Because that's always a good sign. But again, the music is more than ever before appreciated. You gotta love it. Tension surely is building up right about now, and boy, is the music surely reflecting that. You gotta love it. 10 out of 10. And yet again, as always, another callback to Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Or Sonic and Knuckles, to put it that way. Really does make a difference, since they're technically the same game. But anyways, going down, spin dash left to go to descend, and then spin dash right to ascend. That easy. And then just wait for these suicide bombers to kill themselves, and then just like that, on to the next part of the level we go. Beautiful. I got dark really quickly. Now did it. So here we go. There's that. He's even that one mini boss from earlier. Beautiful. Or from that one cutscene in Lava Zone. And again, it's just the game teasing us again for the act boss. Oh boy, here we go again. Fantastic. Anyways, and now that I think about it, again, the different appearance, the different look of Lava Zone really yet again just shows the progression where Bonnie really made on the island, since he really is doing everything in his will. He just used the powers of the Phantom just to take over both South Island, Angel Island, and West Island again. It goes really deep, you know. Considering the fact that he pretty much just turned Lava Zone into an entire mine by this point. He did make a lot more progression than he did. He certainly did make more progression in Sonic Mania than he did in Sonic 3, or in Sonic and Knuckles. So there you have it. Lore, ladies and gentlemen. Why, yes, indeed. Anyways, back to platforming it. No idea why I went that way. You have to go this way. Going down for now. Oh boy. This is about to end well. Ah, yes, the patient game. Thank you. Nice. Oh, look at that. Time couldn't even be any better. Just like that. Supersonic speed. Thank you. Nice. Look at that. The mutant yet again strikes back. Thank you. I believe you pretty much nearly reached the boss by now. The act boss, or the mini boss for that matter. Anyways. Yes, back to platforming. Oh boy. Welcome to Green Hill, the third part. And we missed a giant ring. Fantastic. Oh, never mind, we didn't. We were supposed to go this way. No one saw that. Anyways. Again, back to bouncing off obstacles. Beautiful. Going this way. Oh boy. Thank you. Nice. Here we go again. Oh boy. Fantastic. And yet again, going down if the game lets you, since apparently it doesn't look like it wants me to, but it's fine. Anyway, with that inconvenience out of the way, any day now. We missed the fire aspect shield, but it's fine. Then just wait for the suicide bombs to just clear the way. And it's that time for the mini boss, which is not one Dr. Robotnik and Dr. we saw earlier. The only difference being that it's armored now. That's convenient, so I will say it's certainly a lot better than the original mini boss in Marvel Zone. Since that mini boss was a total joke and was nothing more, was there for only the sake of just preparing you for the final boss. But in this case, it's different, which I like. It's a lot more original and it's a lot more creative too, in my opinion. Since to be fair, in this case, the Marvel Zone, Marvel Garden Zone isn't a zone in this game, so therefore its mini boss didn't make an appearance. Or it kind of did, but oh well. Anyways, I nearly avoided death within there, so we nearly ran out of rings, but it's fine. Just like our boy Knuckles has made his way back home, and that is Act 1. And within 10 seconds, the lava is yet again cooled down, since that's obviously how physics work, and we descend further down within the mine. God love the transitions. And he's like, here we are. He made it to the mine itself. Beautiful. And boys, as always, more than ever appreciated. And as most of you also noticed, the two zones obviously combined to make this zone make this act as a whole were none other than Quartz Quadrant and Lower Reef Act 2, obviously. Nice. Already up to a fantastic start, already giving me giving throwbacks to the Sonic 3 again. Thank you. That is more than ever before appreciated, but it was worth the explanation. Anyways, with that out of the way, back to speeding through levels. So I don't want to die within 10 seconds or less. Nice. Anyways, I decided that for once I'm going to be patient. Thank you. And that paid off. You know the good old saying, patience is key after all, so here we go. Apparently going this way, since again, Knuckles can't jump high. And that is an essential disadvantage, so there you have it. Going up for once. Oh boy, what abomination waits up here. Oh, look at that! Again, what did I tell you? All perfectly part of my master plan. Now you know where to find more giant rings, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, why yes. Patience. No thank you. Anyway, back to abusing the super abilities. Thank you. Nice. Yet again, we'll see where you're pretty much invincible. All you have to, and the only way that you can actually possibly die is if you either fall into a bottomless pit or if you either suffocate to death. Either way, you're a lot more likely to suffocate to death, so it's probably the latter. So here we go. And just what did I tell you? What did I say, ladies and gentlemen? Again, convenience. Now you know where to find some more giant rings, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. That's always a good sign for sure. Just in case you still don't have every emerald by this point, and you're still trying to get used to the spell stages in this game. Anyways, going this way. Here we go. Oh boy. More abomination with its head. Nice. Ooh, double nice. Combo. Thank you. You've clearly avoided the most threatening of all obstacles. That one spike ball that launches itself up. It's so intense that they even added a reuse sound effect for it. That clearly shows its intensity level. 100% accurate if I do say so myself, ladies and gentlemen, but anyways. Jump. Nice. And that go this way. For once doing this the entire way, and just like that, not just speeding our way through the zone itself, but for curiosity's sake, we're going up. Which I'm definitely going to regret within 10 seconds or less. Please bear with me. And just like it looks like you're already here, so going down. Or you know what, that's actually a lie. It's probably just because we already activated a checkpoint and therefore every other checkpoint activated at the same time. Anyways, I'm intentionally avoiding the vortex, that way we don't waste time and lose gears. I'm sorry. There was already a demonstration that was made much earlier within the video. That's why the replay button is always an option, ladies and gentlemen. If I just say that, that is another giant ring in hand. Why, thank you very much. Nice. Anyways, up we go. Oh boy, here we go again. And get out of here, thank you. Nice. And not only there's even Adrian chose the opening within Lottery Zone since the Death Egg is no longer here since we destroyed since the super weapon got destroyed way back in Sonic and Knuckles. Again, gotta love the features, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, Convenience has yet again shown its face, and we have to go this way now since apparently that's where the magic stair lurks. Part of that way, in speedrunning at least. Not to be confused with or anything like that. But anyway, going this way. Oh boy, oh boy. Gonna do the antenna way for once. Oh boy, thank you. Because normally you would be able to glitch through here if this was Sonic 3, but again, since it's Sonic Mania, we can't do that. Since again, Robotnik has completely taken over Model Rezone and pretty much just turned into a mine at that point. Nice. And we're going this way, since you might as well take every possible path in the game. Again, gotta love the level design, ladies and gentlemen. Just so that I got myself killed. Beautiful. It was all worth it in the end. Fantastic. Oh boy, here we go again. Please bear with me. Fantastic. Any day now. We even lost our super form thanks to that one inconveniency. Nice. Look at that. For once, even doing something the intended way. Boy, that's a first. Thank you. Double nice. Anyways. Gonna go up for curiosity's sake, but it doesn't look like the game wants me to, so we're going this way. Oh boy, oh boy. Nice. Well, it doesn't look like that's enough, and so let's see we're climbing. Thank you. We are playing as our boy Knuckles, the Echidna for a reason or two, so here we go again. Fantastic. Anyway, back to the long climb. If the game lets us progress. Thank you. Anyways, any minute now, please. Please and thank you. This time we're not gonna go that way. Going this way. Which I hope I don't work out in 10 seconds or less. And it looks like you have to go the other way, since apparently that the other path was triggered for Sonic only, since again, Knuckles can't jump as high, so there you have it. Convenience. Alright, made it back. Now all you have to do is not suffocate to death within 10 seconds or less. A long glide, and just add... We also show the progressed robotic made within the mine itself. Here we go. Nice. Again, another reason why you want to grab the fire element shield. You want to grab, ladies and gentlemen. Don't ask why I know. Anyways. Switch. And onwards we go, since Knuckles has an exclusive boss fight, which was yet again another reason why I played this campaign. So again, gotta love the creativity and the originality. And instead, we made it back to Hidden Palace, which at this point has been completely exposed by Robotnik himself, and oh boy. Already getting callbacks to Sonic 3. You gotta love the references. And just like that. And that one hall where you fought Knuckles, and just like we made it to the Emerald Room. And you said there it is, the Heavy King trying to steal the Emerald from himself as if that was not enough power for him, and Knuckles is certainly getting a flashback now. He really knows how to describe the situation, but he's not having any of that, and just like that, the Emerald's staying where it is, and we have to fight the Heavy King himself now. As he pretty much, as it's almost even a throwback to the boss fight in Sonic and Knuckles too. Gotta love that, ladies and gentlemen, if I do say so myself. They just work pretty identically. You always wanna hit him when he's not invulnerable. Just like that. Though to be fair, he doesn't put much of a fight. Once again, his weight gets in the way, if you know what I mean. He is called the Heavy King for a reason or two, so there you have it. Nice. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen, what I tell you. But I will say, I do love this fight. It's pretty clear, since again, we're fighting in the Emerald Room. And for whatever reason, speaking of the Emeralds, they're not activated anymore. It's pretty weird, since we activated them twice, not only with Sonic, but with Knuckles too, so that's a bit inaccurate, but I guess they really just wore off and expired after a bit. But just like that, after a long fight with the Heavy King, they're just like that, he runs away. We'll see him in Egg River Zone as Sonic, spoiler alert. But anyway, that is Act 2, ladies and gentlemen, and that is Lottery Zone for that matter. As with the Heavy King out of the way, that is the last of the hardball heavies. Despite skipping the Heavy Rider, which was a fight exclusive to Sonic and Tails. Anyways, Metallic Madness, we pretty much reached the climax right now. One elevator ride later, and used to that, welcome to the scrap brain zone of Sonic Mania. Kind of. Since this is in the final zone, this is the second final. Spoiler alert. But anyway, going this way. And that's always the first part of the zone again. Is just a complete remaster from. It's just a complete remix from the original zone itself. It is a nice callback though. Again, it's called Sonic Mania for a reason or two. Just like that. Thank you. Anyways, here we go again. Oh boy, what abomination waits ahead. Back to gliding. Nice. Again, I would have loved to see if you would have been able to time travel. That would have been a nice feature to see, but unfortunately, it never made the cut, since for obvious reasons previously mentioned. But anyways, here we go again. Back to playing with the background. It's another thing Sonic Seed like to do. Nice. Well, looks like we're breaking the game. That's not our boy Knuckles here, and we're climbing. So again, he can't jump as high as Sonic, so going this way. Staying in the background for reasons I'll explain later. Since conveniently, there's a giant ring right here. If you progress through part of the background, if you make it to the end of the background scenario, then you'll gain access to another spell save. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There's your motivation. You definitely want to grab it unless you get hit. Anyways, with that inconvenience out of the way, back to the background you go. So you gotta love the close implement to the pen. And so to be fair, this was an exclusive feature to Sonic Mania. Since in the original Metallic Madness, this wasn't a thing. It was just a thing that just made its appearance in Sonic Mania. With the sake of creativity, but to be fair, that is more than appreciated, since again, the original Metallic Madness, or at least the first act in Metallic Madness, felt nothing more than just a scrap brain zone. But anyways, looks like you have to go down. Fantastic. What did I tell you? Convenience strikes back once more. Why, thank you very much. Nice. So I will say, if I'm being honest with you, I do miss the original soundtrack. Sure, the remix is nice. It's nice and all. It's pretty memorable, but in my opinion, it's not as good as the original one. Since the original theme for Metallic Madness actually, in my opinion, hit a bit harder and more closely resembled the theme and the setting of the zone itself. I'd say the second act more closely resembles the original theme, surprisingly, but we'll get into that shortly. Anyways, it's a matter of time before we make it to the mini boss. Get into it in a hot minute or so. So here we go. Thank you. Any day now. Thank you. And just like convenience strikes back once more, as we have already gained access to the super characters. Thank you. Going this way. Fantastic. Nice. And this, Knuckles has once again proven his muscle power, and just like that, we're free to progress. Nice. And just like that, speaking of the mini boss, we're here. We're just none other than yet again a call up to Sonic 1's final boss, the Egg Crusher. I'm pretty sure that's what it was called. But it's exactly the same. This boss has two phases, and again, always go always stay in the spot where the electricity particles share the most distance from each other, and that's where Robotnik's almost guaranteed to come out. Either way, since your speed is increased within Mania, you are technically a lot more a lot more likely to hit him. Just like that. Mania strikes back once more. He's coming up here. Any day now. This is pretty much all it goes for the first phase, since this boss has two phases, since a phase that would just revolve around that wouldn't be very interesting. So they implemented a second phase, which is pretty simple. It may seem scary at first, but it's pretty simple. Robotnik's gonna send four of the pills are gonna come out, and the fourth one, Robotnik's gonna show up himself. So that's when you want to hit him. And just so that, easier done than said. And just so that is the mini boss, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the act for that matter too. Thank you. That is Act 1, if I do say so myself, ladies and gentlemen. That's yet again, we taught Robotnik a good old lesson or two, since he pretty much yet again used the powers of the Phantom Media to to take over Little Planet, which also meant Metallic Madness. Beautiful. Anyways, even the background more closely resembles the background, the original level. The original level layout at least. Thank you. Thanks, Gladys. I'm glad you're happy now. Thank you. Anyways, here we go. Fantastic. As yet again, here is another feature that also makes a return here from the original Sonic CD. Going the micro transition, which basically gives you access to the mini characters. Pretty cool and cute if I do say so myself. But anyways, going up for obvious reasons. So again, this was actually the ability to shrink was actually a feature that originated within the original Metallic Madness. Fun fact, and I'm glad they brought it back here, and it's used a lot more oftenly. And I'm glad they did, since it was a pretty nice feature, pretty cool one for that matter. And again, the music is, as always, more than appreciated. I do prefer the Act 2 one over the Act 1 music. It again more closely resembles Metallic Madness, and again, Act 2 resembles Metallic Madness a lot more than Act 1 ever did. Anyways, feels like that convenience strikes back and we can't get that Gen Ring since that's the one way door, to put it that way, so we can't go back, you have to go this way. But now you know where to go for next time, in case you still don't have all the emeralds by this point in time, or if you just suffocate to death, like me. Fantastic. Oh boy, here we go again. Thank you. That was absolutely necessary, and we can't go that way since we have to shrink first. Anyways, guess we're going this way apparently. Anyway. Thank you. Up we go. Guess we're playing the rest of the level normally. Beautiful. We're for once doing something the intended way. I'm finally satisfied now. Nice. So that convenience strikes back as we were once more shrunk down by the game itself, and just that suffocation has gotten ourselves killed, and I thought the other pillar was gonna come out. Well, this isn't gonna get anywhere now, is it? Beautiful. Just gotta hope the game feels like letting me progress, but anyways. The rest is just for the most part up to you. So, here you go. Any day now. Thank you. Nice. Going this way as our good old boy Knuckles the Echidna. Thank you. Close call if I do say so myself, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways. Looks like we're going down. And I made the right decision. Thank you. Nice. Anyways, spin dash. You know the rest. Anyways. And once more, we're in the background, since that's how much Sonic CD like playing with the background, so there you have it. Pretty neat if I do say so myself. Anyways, a few more moments of precision later, and just that, we're shrunk once more. Welcome to Microzone. Beautiful. Nice. Again, convenience strikes back, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, would you look at that? Even got the combo. That's a round of applause if I do say so myself. Thank you. Anyways, well yes, patience, my favorite. It's only got me killed 10 million times, but it's fine. Nice. And looks like we're going up. Oh boy, oh boy. Here we go again. Thank you. Nice. And back to gliding. Thank you. Any day now. Here we go again. Fantastic. Thank you. This means we have to go this way. Fantastic. Good. Another throwback to the original Sonic CD of the falling platform. So the only difference being that they fall much quicker this time. Didn't need to wait for the final one. Because again, we're playing as an Echidna, so here we go. And as a side note, no Echidna was obviously harming the progression of making this live stream. Definitely. Anyways, and speaking of which, we've already made it to the boss, which is none other than Dr. Robotic himself, as he has decided that he's going to fight us with himself for once, too. After his appearance in Hydro City, of course. Anyways, and speaking of which, this boss is also another throwback to another Sonic game. I forgot which one to be exact, but please forgive me, I tried my best. Anyways, well, I will say this boss is pretty creative with the use of the gadget points and all that stuff too. Yeah, another Japanese boss fight. You gotta love. Thank you. Any day now. Thank you. And so yeah, he's just about dead now. Since what you want to do is, as always, you want to release as many gadget points as possible, and you want to take care of them, or you want to destroy them all, pretty much. And assuming you've done this correctly, then Robotnik's gonna come fight you himself, and after that, one more switch later, the game lets you end just like that. Another embarrassing defeat for Robotnik. Rest in peace. That just goes to show who would win, a Micro Echidna or just a Mad Doctor. There you have it. That is Act 2, ladies and gentlemen. Why, thank you very much. And just like that, that is a climax. Beautiful. You gotta love that animation. Beautiful. And just like that, there it is. It's been revealed to us that Robotnik has been using Metallic Man as a factory to pretty much just completely construct his new ultimate weapon, the Titanic Monarch, which is, again, his new super fortress. So here we go. Act 1. Look at that. Okay, we've already made it to the final zone the entire game. Anyways. Exactly why we went for the emeralds. But anyways, here we go again. Thank you. Back to Stardust Speedway we go. Nice. So again, it is more than ever before satisfying just breezing through these levels. Again, speed. A perfect balance between speed and platforming, as always. As it always should be. Nice. And here we go again. No thank you, not today. Any day now. If the game lets me. 6 PM for was? Yes, thank you. 10 years later. And we're invincible. Here we are, back to Supersonic Racing. Thank you. Please don't kill me. Nice. Spin Dash, our good old friend. Thank you. And just say that, back to running alongside with this Edgar, which is definitely worth trusting, and just say that Knuckles has completely described the situation. Again, that just goes to show that the Egg Robots are 100% trustworthy when it comes to driving. Anyways, one car crash later, and just that, onwards we go. Thank you. Fantastic. Remarkable indeed if I do say so myself, ladies and gentlemen. Why, thank you very much. And as always, follow the rings. You won't regret it, and don't ask why I know. Nice. Oh goody, here we go again. To Act 1 we go. Nice. Just like that. Pretty part of my master plan. And for the most part, Act 1 resembles Scrap Rating Zone in a way. Given by the many returning bandits, and obviously the many obstacles in the way. Just like that, what did I tell you? Nice. Anyways, that's enough playing the game intentionally for a good minute or two, and just like that, back to breaking the game to go, assuming you don't suffocate within 10 seconds or less. Hopefully. Because we are approaching the mini-boss, and I don't want to take damage. Since, to be fair, this is one of the longer mini-bosses, so want to make this as snappy as possible, so here we go again. Fantastic. Nice. We're nearly there. Please bear with me. Just like that, what did I say? All perfectly part of my master plan. And so going left, oh boy, and here we are. Another car crash later, and we'll be there in no time. Rest in peace, like Robo. Definitely worth the sacrifice, but anyways. Not bad, Nick's taken care of. Back to speeding it away. Nice. Anyways. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen, what did I say? Thank you, even missed the monitor intentionally. All coming along accordingly. Let's go this way, apparently, by the looks of things. What did I tell you? Beautiful. And just like that, back to car crashing. Beautiful. Don't try this at home, kids. Anyways. Any day now. Thank you. Nice. I'm going this way for the sake of yet again saving time. Oh boy, here we go again. Yet again, Platforming City. my favorite. But anyways, fortunately, you have to do this the intended way. I know it's hard. I meant to say, I know it doesn't feel right. That hardly made any sense, but it really doesn't make a difference. Since to be fair, the levels in Sonic Mania isn't all that difficult. It's pretty easy. But anyway, just that, another returning boss from Sonic 3, the elevator fight. And he's as easy as always if you have a super character unlocked. Normally if you don't have the super character unlocked, again you just want to hit his eye at all times while yet again avoid the spike release flies explosives. The only difference being that his second phase was changed, where instead of using two platforms, he plays with the gravity, and then you have to hit him. You might as well always abuse the low gravity to your advantage. Since when the gravity gets too high, then you almost can't hit him, especially as Knuckles. But anyways, with one more transition out of the way, we can finally board the Titanic Monarch himself, since we technically just made our way through the quote-unquote construction or launch base zone, for that matter. Anyway, Titanic Monarch, the second act. Here we go. And back to Car Crash City we go. Or Genocide City, for that matter. But anyways, it's fine. Look at that, convenience yet again strikes back. Thank you. I'm just gonna make sure I don't get hit, which I didn't. Beautiful. Thank you. And just that, would you look at that? You even got a love the same art for just showing up the 5 heavy hard-boiled heavies. They really just went all out with the spell set with the final level. And boy, is that more than ever before appreciated. And it especially goes to show, given nearly every aspect of the Sonic series, not only with the Phantom Ruby itself, but even with the Chaos Emeralds, the 5 hard-boiled heavies, and of course, even Robotnik himself, too. Anyways, any day now. Thank you. It took long enough, but anyways. Ah yes, patience. My favorite. Oh boy, here we go, back to Bouncing Springs. Left, right, and left, right. Beautiful. Thank you. It was worth the wait. Nice. Sad, perfectly doing this the intended way, and I'm surprised I didn't get hit. Beautiful. That's a first, but anyways, I believe that makes the first room out of the way, or at least it's almost over with. Since the way the final level in Sonic Mania works is that you pretty much have to clear out 4 rooms. In whichever order you want, you just have to clear them all. By obviously reaching a specific point. Again, creative level design is more than ever before appreciated, considering the fact that your attention is also building within. But anyway, that's one room over with, and on to the next one you go. One bounce later. Nice. And out of here. Thank you. Back to platforming city we go. Oh boy, oh boy. Nice. Look at that, Herodians, a spring. Thank you. Thanks for that, I just like that I even missed Batnik. Not today, thank you, I'm not suffocating to death. Anyways, up we go. Any day now. Please and thank you. Just like that. What did I tell you? All perfectly going according to plan. Thank you. Nice. Anyways, any day now. Again, all perfectly going according to plan, if I do say so myself, ladies and gentlemen. But looks like things get through this way. Just taking a good minute to analyze the situation. Don't mind me. And as always, again, the music just perfectly describes the situation right about now. As it should. So we're going down. Beautiful. Nice. Here we go again. Oh boy, oh boy. And back to trusting your good old friend the Egg Robots with car crashes. Again, definitely 100% trustworthy. Beautiful. Don't try this at home, kids. But anyways, out of the way, onto the second final room, since there are 4 rooms you have to clear. Conveniently, which make the first 4 hard-boiled heavies. Can this get any more convenient? Anyways, here we go again. Oh boy, oh boy. Any day now. Thank you. I'm hitting the string for a reason. Please don't kill me. Nice. And just that, left, right. And Mania strikes back once more. Thank you. Yet again, make our way through the inner portions of the Titanic mark itself. Beautiful. So you have to go up. Fantastic. How convenient. Again, the second rule when it comes to Sonic. Always do go up. You won't regret that decision by any means. Surround as many enemies or obstacles within. Anyways, with that curious fact out of the way, up we go. We can. Thank you. Why yes, patience. Thank you. Hey, so that makes another room in the back. Only one remains, and boy, we have ourselves a neat collection of rings if I do say so myself. We might as well break the final boss while we're at it, ladies and gentlemen, if I do say so myself, but anyways, stop the car crashing. Why yes, thank you. And this monitor, thank you. It was worth it. You could always use more rings. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen, what did I tell you? First try. Nice. Oh, here we go again. Oh boy, oh boy. Nice. Though again, when it comes to these rooms, just be sure not to fall in with any other portals. Because if you do fall within if you do make contact with any portals earlier within the room itself, it'll almost reset. It'll almost reset and send you back to the beginning. So you definitely want to be on the lookout for that, especially if you don't want to be here for long. If you want to speedrun the game and try getting a world record by 1 millisecond. So there you have it. Do keep that in mind. And I went the wrong way. I was supposed to follow the rings. That's another golden rule when it comes to Sonic. Always follow the rings, ladies and gentlemen. You won't regret that decision by any means. Anyways, we have to go this way. Or this way, I meant to say. Just like that, I believe that makes another room. Why, thank you very much. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is all the 4 rooms cleared, and just like that, the final portal appears, and just like that, onto the final boss we go. Let's face it with Robotnik once and for all, so we teach the Doctor a good old lesson too. And there he is, in all his glory. There it is, the Phantom Egg. We could do this normally, or we could just do that, since again, we're not doing this the Nintendo way, as always. Just like that. Anyways, this boss is pretty creative for a quote-unquote final boss. Since, again, you do have to be patient for the most part. You have to wait for him to start attacking with using his electricity. And during that time is when you want to attack him, since he has to carry it around preventing him from doing damage. If you're a superhero, you can just go inside of him and just deal a rain damage from there. But if you don't have the superhero salon, then you have to be a bit patient. It will take a bit longer if you don't have the emeralds, but if you do have the emeralds and you're still a decent amount of range like I do, then this boss is pretty much just a joke. Though to be fair, he is pretty fierce, given the fact that he even fired most of the other hardboiled heavies you previously encountered along the journey. Just like that. And just keep in mind that depending on how many tentacles he has remaining, that represents the amount of health he's less. So the less tentacles, that means the more close he is to dying. And just like that, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the final boss of Sonic Mania. Boy, what a voice crack that was. And just like that, the Phantom Egg hatches, and just like that, this makes it seem like this is the bad ending or the normal ending, even though we got all the emeralds. But just like that, Sonic comes in and saves us, and just like that, we're out of here. Just like that, one more cutscene later, and rest in peace for Robotnik. I guess the rest is just Sonic's problem to take care of, so there you have it. One final cutscene, which for whatever reason plays the ending with Sonic instead of the Knuckles and Tails ending, but or never mind. Actually, actually did use Sonic. Never mind. Yes, I was wrong. Again, for whatever reason, it just uses the template from the normal ending or from the bad ending, to put it that way. Because it didn't really feel like implementing a good ending for the other characters. But to be fair, it wouldn't have made too much sense either, since I guess canonically Sonic was the only one who actually got all the Chaos Emeralds and pretty much put an end to the Phantom Egg and to Robotnik for now at least. Which then leads us into the end of Encore mode, since pretty much if you beat the game as Sonic, 100%, you pretty much, again, the emeralds react weirdly to the Phantom Ruby, and then you have to fight both the Heavy King and Robotnik himself in the Egg Reverie Zone, and then once you do kill them both, beat them both, then again the emeralds will have another weird reaction plant again, which as a result ends up consuming or pretty much just absorbing Sonic and the Phantom Array itself, and then completely just transport them both to another dimension, which in fact is just Angel Island. Or at least that's for the first part of Encore Mode, since to be fair, you're technically in a different dimension given by the different looks of each zone. Since to be fair, that is the part 2 of Sonic Mania. Which, fun fact, I also made a playthrough about that, so do be sure to get a good old watch if you really want to know how to 100% that game. Which really is just the same thing. It's just the same thing as Mania. When it comes to the 100% of the game, it's just about getting all the emeralds, finding the giant rings, and then catching every UFO. Not easy. Though I do recommend checking out whenever you can. Again, this game is indeed a masterpiece, and again, a love letter from Sega to its classic fans. Again, this game is a masterpiece. Thank you. I indeed enjoy making a lot of these playthroughs, and I do hope you guys indeed find them helpful, given the fact that you have to go out of your way to get all the emeralds in just about every game, except in CDs. And in CD we went for the time stones, since there weren't any emeralds in CD. But just like that is it. That is Sonic Mania, ladies and gentlemen, and just like that just about concludes the main story, and I might as well just speed up most of these credits for the sake of not spending 20 years just watching them. You can always slow the video down and pause it if you do feel like taking a look at these, but I'm just gonna match for the sake of speeding this up. I could just hold down and do that, but again, for those of you who wanna get a good look of each name, if you're really that curious into making a documentary about this game. So there you have it. Again, one of the longest Stavros you would ever see in a Sonic game, given the amount of effort put into this game, and again, just how much work was put into this. And again, not only was this game designed by fans, but again, by a decent amount of people too, when it came to just engineering this game together and then just programming it, and obviously just assigning the graphics and all that stuff. Gotta love it. Again, I highly recommend you play this game whenever you get the chance, and especially the Encore mode, just a horror version of the main story mode. And again, pretty much just concludes the quote-unquote classic Sonic trilogy for that matter, for the saga at least. If we're talking home console. Anyways, any day now. We're almost there. A few more names to go and we'll be there in no time, hopefully. With no time being the keyword there, ladies and gentlemen, quote-unquote. Anyways. Any day now. And there it is. Beautiful. Again, the animations are smooth as ever. They really put in the effort to just animate every single frame while they were at it. You gotta love that. Beautiful. I'll save the frames, and just like that, we have ourselves a pretty dang neat save slot, if I do say so myself, and just like that is the overview of how much time we spend in each act. And we even got all the emeralds. Not bad if I do say so myself, but there you have it. That is the Knuckles campaign in Sonic Mania, and again, I highly recommend playing whenever you get the chance. Again, Knuckles does have exclusive features thanks to his unique abilities. Again, pretty neat if I do say so myself. But just like that is another save file added to our collection. It only took just about less than 2 hours, but it's fine. I mean, last time it only took us an hour and 58 minutes, so it was only a 1 minute difference. But just like that is another save file added to our neat collection of 100% save files. But with that out of the way, that just about concludes the Sonic Mania. And guys, I do hope you enjoyed my playthrough of just about each Sonic game released for the home console, or at least according to the original classic timeline. So just like that is it. That is Sonic Mania 2. Comment down below whether or not you guys want me to replay Encore mode, since I might live stream this game again if you guys really ask for it. Since to be fair, I did want to make another playthrough that was 100% this mode, and I do recommend you check it out if you want to know how to 100% that mode. But that is again a video for another time, and just to that, I hope you all have a fantastic day. And speaking of which, we're not done just yet, since my next live stream, for those of you wondering, will actually We'll actually premiere on. Let me see. I'm trying to think of a good day where I'm not going to be that busy. On Thursday, it's gonna be. I decided that my next session is gonna be premiering on Thursday, and then that was. I mean, we're actually gonna go back to Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope since we have to play the DLCs, and boy, will that be fun! Previously, that definitely ended well, and we didn't even play Tower of Doom, which we'll get into later, since they did release a new DLC for that game. So I am staying true to what I previously mentioned before. But with that out of the way, I do hope you guys enjoyed my playthrough. And again, comment down below whether or not you want me to come back to these games in the future. Since again, I might even play the Game Gear titles released in Sonic Origins. So do stay tuned for that and any other future uploads. But with that out of the way, I wish you all a fantastic day. To be more specific with the time itself, it's gonna be on, in other words, July 13th at 12 p.m. and MST at the same time as I always live stream. But with that out of the way, that's just about everything I wanted to say, and I wish you all a fantastic day. Do take care, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.